that. Alright, let's get out of here.
In the middle of a crowd.
So,
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah, we shall.
Oof. Excuse me. Ignatius, stay to the right side to allow a lane of traffic. Do not think that they are properly suited for traffic of this level.
You think they'd be better suited with their manners, Knight Commander?
Online, you'll receive a
stairs.
briefing on this island. You may detect that we are surrounded by magic. This is no trick. This is a matter of fact. This entire place is enchanted. At all times, you are to stay within the escort of Ignatius, our occultist, or Captain Otto von Stauffenberg. Are you listening, Lespear?
Yeah. Just get it over with. I got business to do.
This is a very dangerous world. Some of you have not yet been accustomed to it. There will be strange things you will see. As the Cryptarch himself can attest, we have been accosted by all manner of creatures and unthinkable abominations. Why, just the other day, we were actually approached by a floating fish in a bowl. I am not joking. You all are aware of the objectives of our mission. Stick to them. And remember, we represent his lordship, Carl Albert. We must remain a positive face at all times. Is that understood?
Of course.
Understood.
Yes, sir.
Smiling 24/7, Commander.
Very good. Move out.
Ignatius,
Wonderful. Yes, Cryptarch.
I'd like to look into this ritual they spoke of to divine the affinity of one's magic.
Of course, I myself did not partake, but young Gunther did. Perhaps he has some insight we are not aware of.
Oh, there's a tower over there, and next to the tower there's a bunch of sigils on the ground. When you're standing in it and they channel their magic into it, they're able to see what affinity you are by what lights up.
I see.
Ruval.
So it's not something one could do on their own.
I'm not sure
So
if
who's
you can
ever
do it alone or
going
not.
to go do something stupid?
We can go
Perhaps
over there
if
and
we
see if
could
anyone's over there.
Of us are going down.
Recreate
not, we
these
can try it.
runes.
They're just on the
Oh,
ground.
Could
You don't
recreate
have
these
to
runes. We
make
could.
'em.
Most of the heads.
From what I care about.
Yes, but if we would like to figure out the affinities of multiple people back home,
Stupid.
we would need it
Doctor's
easier to
going.
access.
Reese is
Stupid.
going.
I don't care about
I think it would be quite easy to
I believe
duplicate.
the
It seems to be a rather
Right.
simple ritual.
Yes.
However,
Red walls on
I'm
the
not sure of the
here.
context as to performing it here as opposed to performing it at home.
Yes.
Our magical systems
No
are,
one is coming with
by the
us.
very
only one
natures,
who is missing right now is
opposed.
Torg. I've not seen him.
At least our understanding of them.
stupid.
Indeed.
Go on and I'll catch up in a minute.
Right.
Very well.
Luckily, I
Just
worst case.
check these
Stupid.
sigils out that you speak of.
It is stupid. Gwydion.
I'm quite interested to see what happens to myself and Ignatius.
I'll be fine, and I'll keep Duran safe while I'm down there.
Well then, let us be
If he dies,
away.
he dies at this point.
Yep.
I think
I'm not
Sulfur
choosing
has
people's
some-
stupid mistakes, okay? If you all die, I'm going to be pissed.
Luckily, I believe Sulfur has protections in place. If we get too injured, we'll be teleported back here. But we have some of the strongest fighters I've ever seen going.
Including your father.
All idiots do.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Where are these sigils at, Gunther?
Right over this way.
About, Mr. Reese and Akira going for a job. Apparently not having enough potions lately. So.
I assume this is the building where they spoke of this Archmage Califax resides.
I'm not sure.
Indeed.
I was able to provide updates up to you.
It was where we saw him emerge after his... Well, I'm not exactly sure what to call it. They implanted some kind of magical barrier, quite strong. Some kind of privacy setting. I imagine I could, in theory, disable it, but, well, I do not know if I'd wish to try that and risk becoming hostile.
Let's see. This looks very similar to the thing in the town of Redwall.
Yes.
Yes,
Noted down.
It's the same markings.
But the one in Redwall, I'm assuming couldn't be used in this way. I wonder why.
Well, we simply have not seen the one in Redwall being utilized, Cryptarch. They may very well share the same exact purpose. But
This is true.
without a guide from the local mages guild that knows this place and Redwall, I'm afraid we are left to puzzle it out for ourselves.
From what I
Are you able to
experienced,
glean anything off of it?
from what I experienced, it was just me standing in there, and they put their magic into it, kind of how I did to close the portal, and then
There's
it lit up
no
with my affinity.
glyphal rune of power. It is, from what I can ascertain, some kind of focusing circle. Something to channel a very simple spell or incantation. Which I imagine that is what this process is, to ascertain one's affinity, as they called it. I do not believe it to be dangerous. Even if you did pump too much power into the spell, I highly doubt it would have any detrimental effect upon anyone. Besides, maybe some dizziness.
Perhaps we could recreate this.
Oh, I certainly believe so. The question is... we need access to the incantation they utilize in order to perform it for ourselves. And
So if there's an incantation,
it seems the mages...
I didn't hear her say anything when she used it with me.
They utilized some channeling effect. Incantation, they might have done it silently. So simple is their casting ability here. They did
Perhaps
something.
there are no verbal components. Perhaps that was just them activating the circle, though. Creating it could be a whole other matter.
A
Well, as far
non-verbal
as
spell
testing
would
you goes, if you want, I can try.
I do not doubt it works. I'm just curious how we could replicate it.
That is why I say we need to speak in depth to one of the mages here. However, they always seem to be busy with something.
Yes.
I haven't even found this
Archmage
Kelly
counterparts
person.
It's very hard to
Neither have
find,
I.
apparently.
The only one we know of for sure is that Rio, the mage we met when we first stepped through.
Yes.
I think I actually saw him over by the fountain.
Well, he would be our best bet at this current time, Cryptarch. All other avenues are either unavailable or unknown to us.
Indeed. Well, before we set out to gain this information, why don't you go on ahead, Ignatius? I'm curious to see what this circle says about you. If we just need to channel into it like Gunther says.
If you so
After
order
all,
me,
you are quite
Cryptarch, I shall...
talented.
If you so order me, Cryptarch, I shall do so, but I would much rather prefer to not step into that circle. I have magical abilities, that is quite enough.
Perhaps we could do it at home if you feel safer there than here.
I do not feel safe around any sort of magic, Cryptarch.
Perhaps you would feel safer in a controlled environment, though.
In a manner of speaking, yes. A more controlled environment than out here in the open. But,
We have
perhaps
these
it would be
sigils written
best.
down already. All we need to do is speak to this Rio, as you say, to learn how to empower it.
Most likely. I imagine he knows how to do it. Seems a rather low-level mage
I
did
believe
it.
he's looking for you.
Hmm.
Wait here.
If you so
Perhaps
wish,
Arthur should
Cryptarch.
step into this. It would be amusing to see if the captain himself has some latent magical ability.
Oh. Be careful how you word that, Cryptarch.
It'd be a tough decision. If you just told me you were going to try to convert me, I'd say no. But if you said I had to die...
Well, it was less than 10 minutes before the spear went native.
Hmm.
Go figure. What is this? This is the drawing you showed me.
Yes. This one is empowered by some means. It lets people know what their alignment is. Apparently Gunther underwent the process earlier.
Earlier today.
No, the last time I was here.
And what is your alignment on this chart?
The middle one. Soul.
Can we do anything useful with that information? Does that tell us anything valuable?
Apparently it tells me what I can and can't do per se as a mage. Apparently the
Makes the
closer you
like
get
to
to
know
the
training easier.
apparently the closer you get to the outside circles, the more you can do in that specific area. I'm more versatile being in the center, but I don't have the potency as the outside edges.
I see. Like a jack of all
Do you
trades.
remember the real
Jack of all trades,
Commander?
master of none. That's how I
No.
come to think of it.
He was the man in the
I would imagine, Gunther, that many such magical practitioners from our world would line up as such.
Most likely, until
We've
we get
arranged
more
a
people
meeting
to
with
step
the
in.
Archmage
Well,
and the
no.
magistrates. It is at a later date. For the
I'm
time
quite
being, we
interested
are
to know
to
how this
remain
circle was
patient.
imbued with power, so we could replicate this process at our home.
Perhaps it would behoove you to associate yourself with the Mages Guild.
Of course.
Apparently they are difficult to find, according to Ignatius.
Apparently
I
they go
believe I
away
saw
on
one of
missions.
them not too long ago. He is hard to miss. A large draconic-looking individual by the name of Kalbanda.
I am not familiar with this one. It is a lead worth running down.
As we mill about the Isle of Aether, all of you are to be reminded of your mission objectives. Find names, descriptions, so that we may know this place better, so that we may speak amongst ourselves of the individuals that populate this place that are of import. His lordship wants to know these things, as he does not have eyes. He cannot step here himself.
Of course.
I did overhear something on our way through here. But a certain person known as a sulfur, able to transport people to this isle.
The hag.
I think they call her the magistrate.
Local ruler of some kind.
Since His Excellency the Emissary is currently not present with us, attending to matters of the court in Rigia, I'm going to need to select 2 of you to go about milling, finding names, making introductions. You'll speak on the behalf of the Vectorum. Can I have 2 volunteers step forward into the circle? Ignatius steps forward. Cryptarch, very good. Ignatius, choose 1 or 2 to go with you. Cryptarch, choose 1 or 2 to go with you.
Perhaps Sir Otto would be best accompanying myself.
Very well.
I would, of course, request Gunther myself. Best to put our minds together on these things. This one, I'm not familiar with.
This is Lupio Blackmore. Lupio, step forward and make your introduction to the rest of the Vectorum.
I am Lupio Blackmore. Nothing said to be interesting about me, other than I don't know magic. I hate magic, in all honesty.
But I am a good fighter. Just your average man.
The boy is my right hand. Ask it of him and it shall be done.
Very well.
If
Perhaps he
I
should
may
follow
make
you, Otto. Unless, Ignatius, you're interested in bringing him along.
Yes, I would make a suggestion if you would hear it. We are right to pursue formal relationships with this place, Knight Commander, but I also believe it would be prudent to seek more informal relationships. Say if Sir Blackmore here were to use his martial prowess to befriend some of the non-mages or fighting types here on the island. That way he would be able to gain information in a less obvious manner.
What do you
With
think, Blackmore?
the captain's leave, of course.
It could work. But I'm not up for dueling anyone at the moment.
Then
I
I'm
would
sure
not
it'd be a
presume
little
to know
better
your
to
status.
befriend people to get information instead of just constant asking questions. They may be
Yes.
less inclined to answer tons of stuff.
Information
Oh, good.
gathering
Sit and
is a
listen.
very...
Bring back what you can find. I'm
Did
tempted
that-
to agree with the occultist, Ignatius. There are outsiders here. Befriend, start informal relations. I'll see if I can attempt that myself. Good luck.
You as well.
To you as well. Well then, young Gunther, let us see if we can go find ourselves a mage to interrogate.
I think it's befriend.
Yes, we should use your parlance.
Listen,
No.
that's like saying
What did you just say?
somebody convinced themselves to commit mass murders that they don't, so
Wait a moment.
deserve to be stopped.
There. That woman.
That was the one that ended up coming in with us.
It is along the same
Well,
lines.
at the same time as us. Wait. Oh,
No,
the
the one
shorter one.
beside her. Yes.
Isn't that the
does that not match the
description we were-
description?
Yeah.
Dangerous individuals.
I'm actually at a loss
sometimes.
for words.
Hmm.
Once in my life.
Well, maybe we should
Why did you bite me to begin with?
Somebody was a mass murderer.
just post up
You were
next to
able
the building until they
remove that
finish their
part from their
conversation.
brain with magic.
Don't want to just charge in.
Then now you're convinced that
No, certainly not.
who
But
they are, and that's mind control.
let us try and be as subtle as we can about this. We don't want to give off the wrong impression.
And that you should live a completely different life.
I'll let
than
you
mind control what
start
that is.
the conversation.
Pretty wrong.
I'm blind.
I'm not used to more formal conversations.
You'd be surprised how few people actually are, Gunther.
Oh, growing up on a farm, I didn't have a lot of practice.
Well,
Informal or
let me
non-formal.
ask this. Growing up, did you ever wish for more friends? Wish that you had more people to speak to?
Of course, but I wouldn't know what to talk about.
No, but you'd still just want to talk, wouldn't you? You can recall a feeling like that, I presume.
Yeah. I'm just saying, first impressions may be more your department for now.
While I may be more practiced in the more formal information gathering, Gunther, we are going to need your earnestness here just as much. Someone like me, well, most people assume I have an agenda because, well, I do. You, on the other hand, you are here simply because you wish to learn. A very pure, if simple reason. And people will recognize that.
Oh, I never
So,
try to have things
you must
complex.
use it. It may not be your choice one day, Gunther. But for the most part, it would be best to use every advantage you have, even if you don't realize that you have them. Makes me wonder. These mages are so involved in politics here, constantly moving, constantly doing, constantly pushing. I wonder how much they rule over these planes.
Not sure.
Is it still everything you thought you dreamt of?
For now, no one has been mean or cruel, so far, yeah. Just wish to learn more about the island. I've only been here, what, 3 times? Yeah, did those trials ever finish? I never got to see the ending of that.
Yes. I believe they did, but I don't believe it went over exactly as they wanted them to. At least from what I could gather, it was a bit of a slapdash affair. That is what has me concerned more than anything.
What complications did they run into that messed everything up?
Oh. Wait a minute. I didn't even realize. Ria was there as well.
Yes, that's why I wasn't sure originally who you were talking about. In my view, she was behind a tree.
Fair enough. She is a bit, well, small. What in all honor is that? Then it just disappears. Of course it does. Well, this place is at least not as perfect as they try to make it seem. That's good.
So that was a gun I heard. Hope that wasn't one of us making a bad example.
No, I do not believe so. I don't think any of us have even brought any of the firearms the captain has brought.
I don't know if that new one has any.
I don't believe the Knight Commander would be so sloppy as to allow that to occur. But then again, perhaps he is indeed making friends, and gunfire is somehow the best way to do that.
I'd ask if you wanted to sit, but the way I do it, you may not want to.
You may feel free to do as you wish, young Gunther. You're free to practice magic here.
You'll see him use the disc over at the wall. There's enough room for you to sit too if you want.
Yes, I do believe I prefer to stand, young Gunther. As I said, magic tends to make me nervous. For instance, I'm still not entirely sure what our Lord is intended to do with that artifact we discovered.
That was, concerning, to say the least.
Indeed.
I'll go with that.
That one.
What
hadn't been
exactly
destroyed.
would our Lord? I agree. Though I would say that all magical artifacts need to be destroyed, Gunther, because they all have the power to be abused.
Well, don't forget I'm currently holding one.
Yes? Describe it. Have you noticed any effects while you've possessed it?
Just the fact I can look like this.
Well, some powers are more benign than others, of course.
Well, wait, did
Still.
she disappear?
Into the wood. A private conversation. Again, not the best point to try and interject.
I just looked over and she disappeared. For me.
Yes.
It's the problem with you standing over there and me having to look this way.
Well, you're free to not have to look at me when you speak to me, Gunther. I'm not going to ask you to kowtow.
It's common courtesy.
Oh, but we are not common people, are we, Gunther?
Some people
I appreciate your
understand conversation better when they see your mouth actually moving. My father was like that. If you looked away while trying to talk to him, you had to repeat yourself 5 times.
A very stern man.
Well, it's more he couldn't
It is
hear.
Fair enough. I can respect the practicality of a practice. But, ultimately, I
Never
appreciate
learned
your
how to read
standing
lips,
on
though.
courtesy. That is a very difficult thing to do, Gunther. Trust me.
There's multiple ways of learning about people.
I could do some basics, but if they start having a full conversation, we'll both begin to talk, I immediately lose myself. Aggravating.
I wonder if there's a spell that allows you to be able to, like, know all languages.
In fact, there is, young Gunther. I know it, as a matter of fact. Now, all languages may be a bit of a misnomer, but it does work for a majority of them.
Now, does that even work for reading lips, or is that even you still losing plays?
No. No, it works entirely through written texts, something that can be perceived quite easily.
Oh, so not
The
verbal, just
speech
written?
of a... No. As I understand it, there is a way to do so, but they would have to still speak the words. You wouldn't be able to read the lips. The intricacies of using a mouth to read what they're trying to say is... Well, magic can't do everything.
You technically spoke of something.
Oh, who knows? Maybe there's something out there we haven't discovered either.
Oh, I'm most certain. If that Archmage's representative meant anything by that announcement he made the last time I was here. Something about a nuclear bomb spell and a torsion spell I do not wish to repeat in good company.
Seems like she's leaving.
Thank you.
If we're gonna talk, I may want to do it right now.
Pardon, my lady.
Yes.
I do not mean to take too much of your time. I simply wished to introduce myself. I am Ignatius. He's my friend, Gunther.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintances. Kelly Tales Tenor, historian. It's a pleasure.
A pleasure, my lady.
I heard you were
we
a
simply wish to
student
convey that,
under Califax. Is
yes.
this true?
Yes, I am, in a way. Tenham. He is a underclassman. Well, upperclassman? What's it called? It's when they... An alumni. That's the word I'm thinking of. An alumni to the college that I attend.
Well, this is our third time here now, and we were looking for a teacher. And Califax is apparently not feeling that well. So I was hoping maybe we could learn from you. Until he is available.
Oh, learn from me. What I can do is I can give you some books that helped me out. My magical theory is what I strive for. You see her pull out several books from her tiny itty-bitty bag.
That would be most appreciated, Miss Kelly. Are we allowed to...
Yes, you can borrow these. You'll be able to find me, and then she hands them to you, and to you, these books, you go like this. From the way.
Here, let's split this in half.
Oh.
All right.
Impressive, Miss Delstone.
I mean, I lug them around all the time. They'd be kind of light to me. I apologize. I'm actually running very behind on taking care of a friend. But if you read up on these books, it talks about magical theory, how aether crystals work. They're all very beginner-friendly books. Books that I remember reading as a child. Some of the titles you would notice, if you ever show any of those books to, you would see some advanced books within that kind of piled through. It seems that Kelly's understanding of magic is a lot better than what she's letting on. So with that being said, please just read up on the books, and then tomorrow there's actually going to be a test. If you, for a lot of us mages. So, if that being said, if you end up wanting to watch in and learn just from watching, that would be a perfect time to start. It will be here in the arena.
That would be most, again, appreciated, Miss Tailstenner. Thank you again. Please, continue. We do not wish to delay you any further.
That was absolutely bloody terrifying.
Some tea? I made some earlier.
Sure. What is she talking about?
I don't know, she was looking up. I don't know, maybe she saw something inside or something? I don't know. We should make sure we secure these.
Stand still, young Gunther. You can see a very slight light begin to form in his fingers. He's going to snap, and the books are going to disappear.
What spell did you just use?
That, I think you will have to learn at a later date, young Gunther.
Lovely tea.
I feel it's either
A very
some way
useful.
to be able to shrink them, teleport them, or something I have no clue. I know it's not just turn them invisible because I still would have felt the weight.
Very good, young Gunther. Very good indeed.
My guess would be more like the bag that they have. Kind of like a spell form of that is my guess.
As you drink it,
But where would I place this pocket dimension? On my
through
person.
your veins, and then everything warms back
It
up.
may not have to be on your person.
If you were affected by any disease or poison,
But I'm sure you also could have it on your person.
no,
Like
elixir,
that
and
bag
then
right down there.
or else it's just very tasty.
You noticed my many pockets, did you? Hold out your hand.
Oh, thank you. It's fakey. But it was
It's going to snap again, and the books are going to reappear.
Do it again, please, I'm dying.
I know what happens when a non-fey eats fey food.
Oh.
Not curated for people.
Now don't drop those, they are very small.
We'll secure it in pocket.
That, dear Gunther, was a spell I call Reduce.
What kind of potions do you got?
Very useful for carrying a great amount of items on your person.
So I was right. Second guess, you did shrink them.
I was wondering if you actually were going to follow the through line, and you did. Well, congratulations, young Gunther.
Oh.
There you go. She hands you
During the many days of being alone working on the farm, I thought about a lot of different things I could try to do. Some things took its toll a little more than I thought it would, but...
Yeah, all alone with your thoughts, staring up at the sky at night, wondering... There must be something better than this, right?
More like, how can I use my abilities to make sure my family is okay on our farm? We didn't have a lot of help.
I don't.
Yes, well, that's how it always starts, Gunther. The best of intentions. And you are still young enough to where I could consider you would honestly have those intentions. The problem is, the older you get, the more power you accrue.
Can you roll me a perception
The
check?
more corrupted you become.
Let's hope I can evenly balance that out.
You don't notice anything, but then next time, the next time you open your...
You saw firsthand just how...
back and you have 10 golds in.
Oh.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll let you finish your thought.
No.
I'm gonna roll for
Very well. You saw firsthand, young Gunther. Even with all my supposed power, even I am still quite vulnerable to the influence of magic. Not something I'm proud of. But trust me, you are in just as much danger as I. You just have not had enough experience to know how to properly deal with it yet.
Another thing, if you ever need healing, like you're injured.
And I was just gonna say, there's not any good without evil, or evil without good.
We already have what we need.
It's not just black and
Very
white,
true.
it's a large gray area.
I see.
Just where you choose your
Very,
cutoff point in the gray area is the important part.
Yeah.
Thank you all for the warm welcome.
I can agree to this way of seeing things, Gunther. The problem tends to be, you'd be surprised how many people fall into the darker shades of life. Downright depressing, if I may say.
Well, that's the fault of human emotions. People do crazy things when they become depressed or desperate. And they become cold.
And what? You think you are able to suppress this part of yourself, Gunther?
I feel more just understand the part. So I know when I'm not in that good mindset. But I know I also have good people like you to look out for me. Like, I'd be able to look out for you now.
Let me make one thing emphatically clear, Gunther. I do care for you. I do wish to see you succeed. But, as a favor to me, never call me a good man, ever again.
I didn't.
Whoops.
I agree.
Be very careful with the way you approach things, Gunther. Becoming so sure in yourself is one of the easiest paths to lead to places you don't want to go.
But trust me, I am not sure of myself. At all.
Hmm. Well,
like I said, we
I
can
do
look out for each other to make sure we don't go into that gray area in the moment of desperation or any other negative emotions that may corrupt our mind at the time.
Well, a noble sentiment to be sure, Gunther, but I am also afraid that our definitions of such things are also in arrears. Just to be completely transparent.
I know. No one's ever gonna line up perfectly with another person. Different stage of life, different experiences.
I wonder what you'll say when you see it.
See what?
Yeah. It. Gunther. And I can't explain it because there's no way to put it into words.
Is it a
As much as I
person, a
would like
place, a thing?
It can be all of that, and none of that, Gunther. That's kind of the problem. Well,
I guess I'll have to wait to see
forget I
it
said
for
that
myself.
for now. I do not doubt you will eventually. Well, I believe we've done our fair share of our own personal scouting. What did the Knight Commander say else? Find the leaders of these institutions here.
Well, we can't talk to Califax because, you know, he's not doing good. I haven't seen the magistrate around. Did they mean the
Nor
leaders
that.
of the different guilds in town?
Possibly. That would be our next best bet if we can't find the actual power brokers around here.
Well, if we could always ask Rio if he wouldn't mind assisting when he's done with the conversation, because he probably knows who all the guild leaders are. Unless you don't want to
maybe
constantly bug him.
No. Well, I'm kind of curious, Gunther. How would you go about gathering this information? So, you shall decide, and I shall follow your word on it.
Well,
oh, what should we do?
Again, there's two ways we could go about it. We could ask Rio, which he has helped us in the past. He told us about Miss Kelly, and we just met Miss Kelly, and she actually gave us quite a bit of knowledge in those books, from what I can tell. So that was a...
Very freely, yeah.
Yes. So, going to him was correct the first time. If he has...
Yeah.
If he has knowledge, a lot of knowledge of the island, he may know who to speak to for all the leaders of the different guilds. So there's that route we could do for the more direct approach. Or we can try to meet new people and ascertain their knowledge.
Very true as well. Would help to establish ourselves as, no, not so much outsiders, but newcomers.
Yeah, definitely would make it so we're not, you know, having to stand 50 feet away from a conversation because we don't want to intrude.
Very much so. Well then, young Gunther, you shall make the decision. What shall our course be?
Well, seeing as how they're still in their conversation, we could start going to the different establishments and seeing who runs it until they're freed up, and then if they have any extra input, we could always talk to him later.
Very good.
Intriguing.
Then they don't.
Am I seeing
Let's see
that
where
correctly?
that takes us.
Is
Seeing.
that a fire elemental?
A man that is built entirely out of fire, yes, I think I would agree with that assessment.
Didn't think I'd see one of those outside of the mage trials when we were here last. Interesting.
I think this one is entirely different. This one is dressed in
Dressed
fine
in
clothing.
And apparently having a conversation from what it looks like.
I think we can rule out it.
Well, it could still be an elemental, but apparently they can be smart as well. To be able to know the common
I was
tongue.
going to say we could probably rule out it is not a servant of the Titans. I doubt they've followed us this far.
Ah. It seems like the, it's definitely shaped a lot differently than the ones we just fought. Well, I fought.
Indeed.
My hair is still messed up from that.
Your hair.
Oh, it's my scalp too.
You
It
shall
did
get
grab
over.
my head.
Ah.
That was
Yeah.
not fun.
Unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah.
I was all out of anything that could cure burns except wrapping it.
Yeah. I think we might be surprised what we can find here. In
So
terms
were
of
we
things
supposed to talk to them for knowledge of the town in general? The knowledge, or of them in general?
Well, from what I understood of the Knight Commander's orders, his intention was for us to get ingratiated with more of these mages, which we technically did accomplish, and we have the proof of it in those books. And we also
But we
learned there's
also
going to be a
gotta make
test
sure-
tomorrow.
But we also gotta make sure those books do get back to her. We can make
Well-
copies of what's written in the books.
We
But
shall
I don't-
speak to the scribes when we get back to Kierholt.
I just don't want anything to happen to the books.
Well, I do not think we're in any danger of something happening here.
No, I meant when we get back.
They are the... Well, we will of course have to inform the Cryptarch, but they will be solely in our possession because we are the only ones equipped to deal with it. So, I do not think we have to worry about someone coming after them.
Just the, back in our world, stuff about magic is a lot more restricted. So,
Yes.
that's
But
why I'm a
as
little
long as we
cautious.
keep it... As long as we keep it within the Vectorum, and we ensure that it stays there, we have no need to fear. The Vectorum will not betray its own. There is a reason we are all here. And again, it will likely be where the Cryptarch assigns us to transcribe these books anyway. Because it is our assignment, and we are the best equipped.
But as far as the other leaders, I'm guessing they're not all mages.
No. Something about an artisan's guild. I imagine those blacksmiths that the captain has got those firearms from. Something to that effect.
How is that gonna be addressed?
Like I know the one with the antlers, the shorter one over there, was in the Healers Guild.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if they actually work there. I just saw them coming out of the building.
Did you help bring the body back?
Well, not a bad place to start.
Maybe somebody said your name. Oh.
Regardless, listen, I'd love to be able to help you out here, but I have no idea.
Give me one moment.
Okay, well, I mean, if this is for the group, I shouldn't really keep it with me.
Keep it in the mansion then.
With me on the...
Keep it in the mansion then.
Okay, sure, we find the place. You know, we'll put it right above the fireplace. Pedestal. Hey, Biako, how's it going?
Luca called me fat.
They are having a conversation, though.
It's not nice.
See, this is why I'm not good. I never want to. Yeah. I just never want to interrupt anyone, because then you start out conversation with them irritated at you.
Well, if you can't start a conversation, the best place to be is right next to it.
Alright, excellent. I sense her arrival as well. I'm gonna give you some pets.
I thought you guys were
I'm
a
gonna
couple.
close my armor.
What's a couple? I don't
They
know,
are bound
but I
in
did
ways
see it in a
that
book before.
they have a bond that is different from mortal convention. From what I understand, anyway.
Capacity of a teaspoon.
No.
Head rubs. All the head rubs.
It's crazy.
Ignatius, Gunther.
Yes.
The others are
Crypt Talk.
preparing to leave to Redwall.
Hello, little gargoyle.
Oh, so
How have you
soon.
been?
Of course.
Yes, the commander's interested in it, since he hasn't ventured there yet.
Oh, I guess we could always come back afterwards if it's needed.
Miss, you did kind of miss
Yes.
I
We
will
did
be
get,
returning to
It
Kehoe
was
for now.
great entertainment.
We did get some information.
The smell of
We talked to the Miss Kelly.
You found some mages.
Yes.
That was technically violent.
She gave us a bunch of
What did you learn?
books
Yeah, you might want to watch that off in the fountain or
all about magic.
Try to pull one out if you can, Gunther.
It moisturizes the claws. Max, come join the circle.
It's going to snap, and a full-size book is going to pop out into his
Any
hand.
outstanding jobs for Redwall? I was gonna make a fishing trip over there anyways.
What manner of magic is this?
I know the agricultural guild had
That's
some
different than a barrel
in that
holding.
area. If you can find some of the members down that way,
That
they
is
might-
something
they
that
might
comes
go
from
more.
our
You
world,
can't for the life
Cryptarch.
of me
It's a
access
reduced spell.
the mission log.
I'm sure you know it.
So, if you see any of the other
I
agricultural
believe I expected the book itself to be enchanted.
No.
like regarding the swamp,
Well, it may very well be.
you could always go to the
Didn't
swamp.
We have
really
to
ask.
study it first.
But we figured we could
We didn't.
transcribe
We probably should
all
have.
the books and then return them
the
to her.
Healers Guild down there, they'll probably pay for that stuff if
A
you want
good
to go
deal
down
of
there.
magical theory and perhaps some magical history, Cryptarch.
Thank you.
And they gave it to us freely.
That's all I had to ask. I'll catch you later, Julius.
Take it easy.
Did they say any of the books had any information on the ritual?
I'm
No,
guessing
unfortunately
it
not.
does have it because she said there's a lot of stuff for beginners. So I'm guessing that ritual to find out your affinity
That
is
is
part of it.
true. Ah,
Oh.
real.
The moment we stop
Good to
waiting
see
for
you
him, he
again.
appears.
Oh, well, you'd be
You want to shrink
surprised.
this back down?
I've had a number of
So,
names
what's
that
going
people
on?
have gotten wrong, and I find that the
Well,
only names
we're
that
still
people
trying to
get
get
right
used to the
very
place,
easily are the
obviously.
names of
It is a very,
spells.
as we said, far departure from where we come from.
Or the monster abomination.
Well, let me just
We,
say, let me just say that it is definitely always a pleasure to have you here.
Magic trick?
That is much appreciated. So, I thank you for the compliment, of course.
You too.
My fourth dimension
It's a
husband.
pleasure always seeing you as well.
That's nice.
And your advice to us last time helped.
Cheeseburger.
I'm glad.
I was finally able to speak with Miss Kelly. She gave us a lot of information to be able to read.
No, I'm kind of crazy for a cheeseburger.
That is great. I am exactly, not well versed in giving information, but I do my best where I can.
Well, seeing your book to see her name was enough, which is really helpful.
I got my hands on them following some other.
It's not a problem. Not a problem, gentlemen. It's always an honor to be able to talk to you all.
Yes.
We were also looking to see who the leaders are of the different guilds.
I got the flux capacity of a teaspoon.
Well, let's see.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm okay, I'm
What
alive.
was her name? I think like I want to say like Valerie.
So,
Victoria.
first off, there's the Mercenary Guild. The mercenaries usually like to take on odd jobs here and there. They're also the ones you go to if you ever need, like, some sort of training thing or whatever.
She is currently biting down as hard as she can.
And
Then there's the... I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I don't really, what is it?
Crunching of teeth from here.
I don't exactly indulge myself in those.
Is Pyra.
Yeah.
Pyra, you know Ice, Julian, Aeon.
Of course.
I only know of a couple. Yeah, I only know like a couple of people from there. Oh, actually, those two.
The honor of moving the hair away from your eye.
Good day.
Let's see, and then there's the Magicians Guild, which is what I'm a part of.
Very pretty.
Ran by Califax and Sulfur.
Very pretty.
If you need any magic studies and things like that of different magics and elements and the sort, that's where we come in.
Who had escaped some other unfortunate business, so...
Is there any other guilds that we should be aware of?
Oh, there's
There she is.
Maybe, but I'm not quite sure. Oh wait, there's the Healers Guild too. That building over there mostly.
I saw that. Who runs the Healers Guild?
No clue. I only know people in it.
Would there happen to be an alchemist guild? I'm sure Ignatius here would be quite interested in that.
There is an alchemist guild. It is run by a large werewolf named Norn.
Did you mention the agricultural guild?
Oh, good. A happy occasion. Yes.
No, we had
There you
not
go.
heard of
Right
that.
there. Sign on the door.
It's very interesting.
And would you happen to know who headed that, by any chance?
Who heads it? I believe that's Bryant. I don't believe he's here today.
Bryant.
That's nice.
But if you ever wish to involve yourself in all sorts of things, feel free. There's lots of learning and knowledge to go around.
My wife completely agrees that you look gorgeous.
Yes, we'll happily take you up on that.
Julian,
Thank you.
you're in the agricultural guild, aren't you?
It's not a problem.
Yes, I am. What's up?
Bryant runs that, doesn't he?
Yep.
I don't want to give out false information.
I appreciate your help.
Thank you.
I'm leader of the Agricultural Guild. The Agricultural Guild is run from this building right here. If you need to leave any messages, please do so there.
That's not a common occurrence, right?
That is much appreciated, sir.
I'm still not used to seeing random animals and things around.
I'm Julian Cinderquill, second of the Agriculturals Guild. When Brian's
Excuse
not
me,
around.
I probably should go deal with that or something.
You are the
I don't know.
lieutenant, then.
I don't know.
Very interesting.
Indeed.
Rayo.
Oh, okay. Nyako,
I know for a fact.
Nyako, I'm here. What do you need?
No, I certainly don't want
What did they
to.
do?
Sorry, what's up?
Perhaps I should explain a bit.
What's up?
I and my companions here, we've only just recently arrived, and this place is a far, far departure from where we come from.
In the near future.
For instance,
Not today.
someone like you does not exist at all. So,
Really?
Well, do you know what the commander wants? Has he already departed?
If you have any questions,
They
I'll
are
happily
speaking to
explain
some
what I can about myself and where I come
Tincture
from.
dealer. Apparently he
that would be
helps
most
supply
appreciated.
the
Julian,
spear with
you said.
potions.
He wants to make a two red wall. We're
I
gathering.
believe I shall take you up on that one day. Perhaps
we
not now.
heard the
though.
I was about
message.
to,
We're just trying to
we're
get
busy with the
information on the
conversation.
leaders of the island.
A lot of
Besides
wonderful
from
friends have showed up
Califax
to
and the
gather,
magistrate.
so just
Yes, they
festivities and
were setting up a
celebrations.
meeting
Well, not
with
so much
the head of the
festivities, but
Healers
good
Guild.
times. But
Good times with
if,
friends.
Well, whenever he's around, that is.
if you're looking for good places to get yourself a affordable drink and affordable food, the tavern over here is one that I run alongside
People here
with
seem to
a
be
dwarf by the name of
very
Rumhammer.
busy.
If any of your fellows need drinks
So
or
it
food,
would seem.
please don't be afraid to tap upon my shoulder, and I'll happily serve.
That is most
Dad,
appreciated.
chivalry is dead.
Thank you.
And what else have you been up to?
Not while I'm alive.
No, the man decided to break a sword.
Still know what
During a
Do chivalry
duel.
again? Oh.
I'm
So
sorry to
one of
hear
these
that.
guys, or
Though, I must confess,
Someone from the
at
winery.
the very least, a little bit.
Well, that's from the
selfishly
winery. They're a bunch of
happy
dicks.
that you're not located the
that's why I
match
recommend
because-
this lovely
Hey,
tavern,
I
because it's not
work
one run by.
there.
You
Wait.
work there in tandem. You're not a full employee. Like I work
am
there
a
as
full
well, but that's.
employee. Because they only
Okay, well,
fought
you're-
with him because of the fact that I was insulted.
will
They
go
defended
check
me,
you.
therefore they are respected.
Well,
Gunther.
Okay,
Safe
they've got.
travels.
All right, they got some good. They got some in my good books. Then. Okay, thank you for the
However, I'm
clarification.
going to
but
break their knees
Good
whenever
day,
they
Crypt Doc. We will share what we know with you later.
come.
Julian. This is Julian, the second in command of the Agricultural Guild. Is this one a vampire by chance?
Nice to meet you.
Right.
They're a gargoyle.
I believe the Knight Commander said we should make our way to
May
Red
I
Wall,
ask you a
or is he
question?
already departed?
My bones grow weird.
Of course.
And don't take this as
He should be heading
any
there soon.
kind of racism or anything.
Do you happen to know where
no,
he is?
Not at all.
Should we just
I've
wait for
seen
him?
people summon fire
The last I
elementals.
saw him,
Is
there he
that
is now.
the same thing you are, or are you something
Very
different
well.
from that?
You know him, yes?
If we are to depart,
I am indeed a fire elemental,
join
but
you.
I am
We have
a.
done a fair
I'm a
bit
free
here
fire
today.
elemental. I have. There's no contract over me other than for
Excited to hear.
for my chieftain. I have a
Oh, I'm quite
bit
sure.
of a legal loophole in that, so that way I cannot be summoned because people know my name, and I cannot be bound by contracts and the like. So,
Yes.
Okay.
but
I did
mean
notice
no
you
harm
were
to anybody.
definitely dressed very
emissary.
nice and able to communicate,
Gentlemen,
unlike the ones I saw in the past. So I wanted to just ask.
Probably understandable. You've probably met a lot of my primordial my primal brethren. They are a lot more of the acting and emotions rather than logic and communication.
Obviously, make sure
I under right tutelage was able to learn the common language, learn many other kinds of skills. In fact, much like bartending, I am also
Shall we?
I am a bard by trade and magical practice.
Very nice.
This is nice.
Is it time?
We will be departing.
Young occult
Yes.
held up.
Well, we'll have to hear it next time.
Certainly
It was
not,
a pleasure
Knight
to meet
Commander.
Oh,
if
well,
you
again,
didn't
please,
introduce me,
come by
it's
anytime and-
Gunther. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Gunther, I am Julian Cinderquill. Pleasure to meet everybody. And I look forward to seeing your party and hope to look to see your party around here again sometime.
They're going to go
And again,
far
over
Almost
drinks.
certainly.
So,
Yes, I believe that shall be our next stop when we arrive.
Portal.
Yes, we should depart post-haste. Excuse us.
Excuse
a
us.
beholder is a rather frightful creature. It's a large floating bird with a big eye in the middle of it.
An agricultural guild. I wonder if they utilize magic.
They may use spells to help with the growing.
Well, we have names and we have faces. Oh, right. Take that book back, by the way. I'm not carrying this thing.
Did you shrink it?
Not yet. Nowadays.
Thank you. It's easier to have them all together.
Yeah, good to always double check.
Captain Flint, one we've retained, keep moving. He will be investigating the hold for us. Seems to be a thief by trade, some sort of scout. Make use of his abilities. Is that understood?
Yes.
Very good.
Pardon me.
Our home is at the far-flung edges of the ethereal sea, so our teleportation spell usually takes a bit longer. We'll be in the limbo. Just prepare yourself.
Do I need a bath bag?
Ignatius, begin. Just lower
Yes,
your mask.
my lord. Hold tight to your stomach, sir.
I gotta tell you, half body doesn't feel good after being in full body
No.
for so long.
At least you're not like me and get motion sickness when you look down.
Oh, dude, I don't care if they're not done being charged. I gotta put my full body.
But yeah, my feet not being where my actual feet are gave me motion sickness when I tried to use half body.
I mean, magic. I kept
I don't
losing
know
my
magic,
balance.
this works.
Except I don't like to
fit right
feel it
in.
because I know my whole body moves, so I gotta.
Okay. We're heading over to Red Wall.
You. Oh.
Everybody hop over to Red Wall.
Give me a second.
I have to go into Greenfoot, I'm afraid.
Oh. Oh.
The default height. Oh god. No, I don't want to emote. Fuck off. Okay. Yeah, change your height. Fuck off. Double check it when you get through.
Alright.
Oh, it still hears the cord when I move my head.
Fucking hell. Oh, the door's open, that's why.
Hey man, I like your hat. Your hat looks like my hat. My hat looks like your hat. Well, you're cool. My hat comes with a mask. Cause I'm edgy.
I guess I'm the only one
Hey,
not
don't
in the
worry.
cool hat club.
I got a mask too. Oh,
hey.
mask. We're edgy. Oh, guys, I need some
Oh, hey there.
You know what I'm gonna do with this Pokemon, Batman?
Hello there,
Joker.
Kane.
Joker, no. Please.
Joker, no. That's the case.
Joker, no. It's not illegal,
I'm
Batman.
just a dog
It's my
driving a
Pokemon.
car. I never know what I'd do if I got behind the wheel.
I'm just a dog chasing cards. Don't know what I do with one of
Anyone would like a water skin?
Oh, that.
Come here there and find out, Batman.
Have at thee.
Have at thee.
Almost went full Mickey there for a second.
Dude, like, legitimately, Drasker, we're like, hey, we're new in town, we want to learn. It's like, here's all these fucking books that will infinitely jump knowledge of that.
We got like
fucking decades.
15, 20 bucks depending on the thickness.
Yo.
Like, I'm gonna message Ash and like,
shit.
so do you be specific about what books you gave us?
Yes.
Besides
Send
just
me
the beginning
everything
stuff?
that you. Yeah, post everything
This
you
is
get
a
in
lot longer than
Vectory
mine.
chat at the
But
end.
yeah, we're
Yeah, I
just
was
getting
gonna-
it transcribed and then I'm gonna return the books.
Okay. It's about the fucking code.
Perfect, perfect.
Fucking Ignatius like, this is the fucking easiest subversion I've ever done. Just giving shit away.
I know, dude.
Good.
No idea.
What's up, homie?
Crosses.
I'm just gotta wait for Belchio now.
I'm doing
This
good. How
fucking
you doing?
farm
How you
internet.
Don't break
How's
this.
all waiting?
Yeah.
Belshio's doing character stuff.
It was so funny
Yeah.
watching
Oh, is he?
our
Are we good
merchant
to
get
move
his
on
ass
then?
handed to him by a
He
a
said he
small
might
blind
join
child.
Okay.
He's gonna be with us later. Okay. All right, then we're gonna
He
head
said he
on in. Really quickly for RP's sake, Coco. As we passed through the teleportation matrix, it would have taken a long fucking time. The world of the Vectorum is like at the edge of the ethereal sea, like at the on the border with the void, and it would have been like a dark, dingy, like castle. And there would have been like some weird-looking mage dudes that are like mutated and shit that would have been like opening a portal. We would have all stepped out. Ignatius would have prepared another portal, and we would have entered that to Redwall and came through here. You would have gotten a couple weird looks from some of the night-looking guards that were standing at the door, watching all of us kind of shuffle through.
Chances are you would have gotten a lot of weird looks. Is he the first
Oh,
person we
he has
brought
his
back?
hat.
Yeah, he's the
got his
first.
hat. Yeah, he is the.
But he is the first person we brought from the Aether.
The first person that's not gone through the first time. Yeah.
Right.
Fuck.
Can't wait to get
Good thing
questioned
you
about that
look
later.
human.
Let's go.
All right, let's go fucking talk this place, boys. Redwall's fucking ours. We just need to convince the caretakers.
I mean, it seems pretty. I mean, like, I've yet to see it. I've only seen two of you, but I have yet to see one of you that was super me-colored.
Can I take off my hat? Yeah.
Quite normal in our colors.
Yes, well.
You may.
That always feels weird.
That wasn't a hoplin.
Captain, you are leading the way.
Look at the eyes.
Show us to this hold.
Yeah, the eyes
This way.
are certainly different. Oh, let's get out of the road here real quick. Let me just.
Apologies.
Pardon us.
Pardon.
Good day.
Excuse us.
Very regulated. Must be the Dominion.
They confused us with the Dominion. This is the second time that I've heard us confused with this.
Should we go correct them?
No. Any
Well,
disinformation that is spread among them is an advantage we can use.
Yeah, but I feel like they don't like the Dominion.
Do we know anything of the Dominion?
Not much.
I'm not sure. You will have to speak with the Cryptarch or Ignatius.
Very well. I will do so when we return.
Ignatius, is it true that above us is the Isle of Aether, that this is what is on the ground?
There you go. There you go.
That is what I've been told, Commander, and I do not have any reason to believe they are lying in that regard. Of course.
This looks like an island
magic.
itself.
Perhaps I've not been able to explore past these rock formations, which apparently were also created through magic.
Entire rock.
Perhaps they are trying to isolate themselves or contain something here.
Something about natural defenses, if I am correct, Knight Commander.
What's natural
Very
about
useful. Oh, nothing to our eyes, but to them, to the people that move in this world. It's the same thing as breathing, unfortunately.
By natural, I think they just mean giant rocks blocking.
The doors are open, are they not?
Understandable.
Yes.
Do we expect any
Well then.
hostility?
And what is this place?
When we entered, no. From what I understand, they
everyone,
keep the
including the
first
captain.
few levels open for guests, and then they keep themselves far below.
Typical.
Very good. Flint will be investigating anything further below. Let us enter.
Dwarven Hall. There's no mistaking it.
Yeah, the statues kind of give it away.
Even here, they do so love their grand entrances, don't they?
Never seen anything like.
Don't always
Does
dig
it
too
smell of
deep.
ale to you?
I've only ever seen one of the dwarven holds back in Rizia. They let very few people in. And here we can just
Which way do we go?
stroll right through.
To the left of me is a small common area, a table, and some beds. Over there is some sort of meeting room. If we advance ahead, we'll pass some workshops, and there'll be a throne room with piles of gold and gems lining the floor. I suspect it to be some fashion of trap, but I can't be certain, because there are no guards. And below that,
Investigate this throne room.
if we were to head down, there is lava and rather large crystals, correct, Blackmore?
Yes. Look magical. in
Flint,
nature.
I want you to keep your eyes open. See if there's any hidden entrances, exits, passageways, the like. If you see something out of the ordinary, inform us.
Very well. Would you like for me to peek around everywhere? Or would you rather me stick with the group?
Dig around at your leisure, but try to stick with the group so we do not get separated, lost. You do not know this hall, neither do we. Stairwells down.
And there's some crystals down this way.
We will have the occultists see if they are useful in the applications of magic.
The throne room is ahead.
No refining it. What that could possibly
Storeroom,
could not even begin to
armory.
guess. Fascinating.
What are those?
Not sure.
You would have to speak to the dwarves here, I'm sure.
Above is the throne room.
You walk so smoothly, it's as if you're gliding.
It's because it's only when I take shallow steps.
Ah, of course.
Normal pace, I walk normal.
An obscene display of wealth.
Is it entirely wise to be seen in here?
We are foreign emissaries. Emissaries are to be greeted in the throne room, traditionally. And the door was open. And they blame us.
Well,
We are found within.
It is why
if that is true, emissary.
The dwarves reside farther lower. Why keep their king up here? And secondly, why have all this coin lying around with no one here?
It is a matter of
Maybe some kind of spell.
Perhaps. I'm certain
Probably
they
if we
have
steal
something,
anything,
some
they'll
sort of
know.
trap. It has to be.
Most likely. If this world is as infested with magic as we lead to believe it, there is something very likely.
Scry for any traps.
We believe these piles of gold to be trapped somehow.
Most definitely they're cursed. Dwarves
Yes.
will put curses on the jewelleries not to leave their hold. Or maybe they're stupid and just leave it out.
No. No. Gunther, do you feel it? Magic permeates in here as well.
I'm trying to figure out the source.
It is likely, Knight Commander, that though there are no visible traps, if we were to try and take this gold for ourselves, the repercussions may be ugly. They may have placed some kind of curse upon them, as your right hand said, or they may simply be a location spell, which is something that even I can perform. Something that could track us down, even through the portal.
You are an anti-mage, are you not, Ignatius? You are the one who can dispel magic.
Of course, Knight Commander, but do you understand how much magic permeates this entire room? I would need days, likely, uninterrupted, to break whatever is holding this gold here. And even then, it's no guarantee. I would need time to study it, which would take more time.
This may not be a problem. This could be a strategic base of operations.
Which would lead us to our next challenge, is getting further down. Blackmore.
Yes.
Lead us down, show us this area below.
I do believe that his lordship would love adorning that throne with his arse. You don't think so, Ignatius?
I do not doubt that good Lord Albert would find this throne most accommodating, Knight Commander. The issue lies in delivering it to him.
Time is
Either
on
way,
our
Blackmore.
side. We have plenty of time. We'll investigate the depths. Come, Flint.
To break the magic in this entire room. Oh. A lot of time or a lot of
Sound
power.
intimidated, Ignatius.
When their world is used to magic like it's nothing, their abilities are a step above.
That is what we are here for. We are learning their ways. With the books that
And
you were
perhaps
given,
I could friend one of the dwarves back in Aether. Teach us more about this magic they use.
very well. You will be well compensated for your efforts, Flint. You can be assured of that.
To your point, Knight Commander, if you wish to use the word intimidated, I will not dissuade you of it. The simple fact is, I have in fact not ever tried so large a ritual. Our world simply does not
I
have
have faith in
such
you,
abundance.
You need to have more faith in yourself.
If Lord Albert and the Knight Commander so order, then I shall do so, of course.
We'll debrief him.
To become stronger should be a choice you make yourself.
Be careful as we approach
Power
these gifts.
corrupts. That is what I have learned throughout my entire life.
Those aquamarine crystals, what do you make of them?
Well, they are certainly magical in nature, if the feeling I'm getting off of them is correct. Perhaps something similar to those crystals we see in Aether. Some kind of conduit. Some kind of
And that
energy.
means the magics and enchantments could be drawing the power from the very crystals nestled in this cave. Might not be the case, Ignatius. Similarly to how
Very
Aether draws its
possible.
power from crystals.
Very possible, Knight Commander.
Perhaps these crystals are its raw form. Possibility.
Assumption.
It's a theory. But without knowing more about the crystals in general, it'd be hard to say yes or no to that.
To make things far easier.
I don't know what kind of crystals they are, but they seem magical in nature.
Yes, they are.
Some of them are small enough and loose enough to be picked up. Gather a few samples. Take them back to Gearhold.
Very well.
At the end of the bridge is another door. We are not past that door. It is locked.
Do you honestly think this is a good
So,
idea?
no, Gunther. Who knows what kind of power these things hold? But I know what is going to happen to us if we refuse the order. I think you know quite well what would happen.
Yeah.
None of us are safe from it. Sorry. This one.
Did you hear something, or was that just me?
No, I heard something too. Not exactly sure what. Alright. I'll hold on to this one, Gunther, just in case.
Yeah. Just let me know if you feel any changes.
Yes, of course. Though thankfully these crystals don't seem to have any kind of active presence. They more seem to be just natural formations. A part
Well,
of
if they
nature.
do have magical properties in them. That's what I'm saying. Let me know if you feel anything. Probably know it could drain you.
Well, then we must be careful, since we seem to be the only ones in this entire expedition that grasp the dangers of this place. Come.
However, very powerful base of operation.
We will need to figure out who their allies are.
We certainly can't take it through force. We need to do this diplomatically. We've already been mistaken for, what was it, the Dominion?
Some people thought we were when we just walked in.
They said as much. You've heard that.
If diplomacy
We must
would
make
fail,
more of an effort.
I can crack it, it'll just take time.
Yeah, that group that was standing by the portal when
I
we
trust
all
in your
passed.
capabilities, if it comes to that.
Those
Well,
creatures.
with these new weapons we are procuring, it should make
Ignorant
things easier.
beasts. Wonderful.
But again, I do not know how deep this goes. It'll take me a while to crack it.
Between the firearms we have procured from that guild in town and the magics you have been amassing, it should not be a challenge for us. But, as His Excellency, speaking for the Lord, has said, we will try to find a diplomatic solution first. So, patience is the key. We will study what materials we have gathered, head back to Kierholt, present this to his lordship, and finalize a plan and see if it is worthy of us to try and take this place.
So all I grabbed there.
Very good.
Some crystals.
Ignatius. Good reflexes.
Also, since we're kind of down here pretty deep, I found something in the hold above. It's kind of a little weird. It glows. Ominous glow. I dare not take it out of the holes, but it was up above.
Show it to the occultists. Perhaps they can make something of it.
It was found in the room with all the treasure, perhaps a ward stone.
You pulled this from that room.
Sitting underneath a bunch of gold, correct?
Well, I guess we can be thankful there was no instantaneous curses placed upon it. I don't suppose you feel like you're about to drop dead at any moment.
No, I'm fine.
Well then. Allow me to ensure. Sand is going to glow. Right. Any lingering magical effects should now be effectively dispelled. So if you wish to take it, it should be yours.
I have no need for it. Perhaps it could help you all study what maybe is keeping that gold in that room.
Perhaps. With your permission, Knight Commander, I shall take it and stow it with the rest of the artifacts.
Of course. But keep it within the tower.
Of course.
Without further ado, let us leave this place. We've gathered what information we can. Must be great people that are able to carve such structure. What other organizations or guilds do we know of that occupy this place, this red wall?
Gunther, would you kindly inform the Knight Commander?
Well, we know of Aether. I'm not sure about Redwall. I haven't been here. Except for
Let us
5
stick
minutes
with
once.
Aether for the moment.
But if it's anything like Aether, there's the healers, there's probably a mercenaries guild, probably a mages guild if they congregate here.
From what I understand, for here, there are more of these Dominion mercenaries nearby. A building right over there sports their banner. I believe somebody said that that building is for the guard. Though I wouldn't.
There is a guard here.
I wouldn't put it quite like that. From what I understand, it's just a bunch of random men.
Would those be
as
the
it were.
Tempest Knights that we have heard of? Ones that have a contract to defend Aether?
I don't believe so. I didn't see their banner. I'm not sure.
We should make an introduction with this Dominion, so that we can establish relations and make clear that we are not their enemies. Our paths should not converge further.
These Dominion are nothing more than mercenaries. We need not waste our time with them.
No. There is a mercenaries guild, and then there is the Dominion. Two very separate entities. And what was it you said, young Gunther? Those people on the way in, they thought us as Dominion.
Yes.
Yes?
And they didn't seem to like the Dominion from how they sounded.
And I don't know about you, Captain, but I would hardly classify this group of individuals as common mercenaries. Even by sight.
No, far from it.
Your Excellency.
So, this
All
Dominion...
the more reason we should distance ourselves from them.
Agreed.
Doing our best not to make any
If they have
we
a
should try to
hold of
stay
influence
clear of them,
here and in
maybe-
Aether, we are going to have to deal with them eventually.
display our colors a little better.
Perhaps.
We can't be mistaken for someone who doesn't like.
Though if the people are obviously against them, it shouldn't be too hard.
We'll
Let's
just have
move.
to
I
make
want to
sure to
investigate to
correct
see if this
people if we hear
guild
that.
of, I want to investigate to see if this Dominion building is occupied or if the guard is occupied.
Yes, Knight Commander.
Which is which? Direct me.
The one in front of us is the guard, I believe.
I see.
But I know for certain that the Dominion is off to our left in the field here.
Very well.
Yes.
Lupio, head ahead and see if anyone is there. We will be heading towards the guardhouse. If there's anyone there, report back.
Copy that.
Seems there is a small gathering of those creatures. We've not seen many of their kind. They seem clustered in this red wall.
As I had said earlier, the town is usually scarcely populated. Not as much as Aether.
Where did you guys came from?
We were taking a stroll down by the beach, admiring the sea.
It is unoccupied, Your Excellency. Anything
Maybe
to
next
report?
time.
I heard faint voices in the building.
Is it?
Hello. Do you all need something?
Are you the god of this red wall?
Yes.
I am the captain of. We are the captains of the guard, yes.
How many captains are there?
3. He has my left hand, I've got my right hand, and then there's me. I'm the leader.
I'm a captain, but not of Redwall.
Redwall.
My name is Sevectis von Freyden. I represent the Vectorum, the Knight Commander. We have come here to the town of Redwall in service to his lordship, Karl Albert of Kierholt, from a faraway world. I would like a word with you, if you are to be the leader of this organization, privately.
Alright, we can have it in here. Do you mind if my left hand joins?
I believe it's only fair.
As long as he is disarmed. We will come in unarmed as well.
I'll put my weapons in the box.
His Excellency and I will step inside. The rest of you, on your best behavior.
Of course.
Of course, Knight Commander.
After you, sir.
Talk about client allegiance.
You see it?
Don't stand there on our count.
Here's where we wait. You want some?
Oh, it's you again.
Lose that weapon. Looks like I found my coin.
Thank you.
No, it's...
Organelle?
Oh yeah, by the way, you've signed up for sword training today. Yeah, we were supposed to do it.
I still want some
I'm
dungeon
a little
of it.
behind on the details of
A very eclectic
You just have like one, you don't have another one.
If you don't do it, then you have to do
No, I
two.
only got one.
Good.
Well, guess what? We're out tomorrow.
Thank you.
Too little.
Hey, you
Please.
Won't do anything.
Well, too little for you.
default to that.
I mean, I don't mind having
Well,
a
maybe just whoever wanted to sign up.
No militia. Yeah, that sounds about right for a place like this.
That's what I said.
So then,
Do not.
what is it that brings you to Redwall?
Oh, well,
Do
firstly,
not.
I feel like we should just walk away from this conversation.
comrades here to Redwall.
Some of your
Did y'all
citizens
come
have
from the
confused us
swamps?
with... What was it?
No, we,
The Dominion.
came from a portal.
We are not them.
Interesting.
We're just here looking around,
I
establishing
figured
relations.
you're much
you know,
too, put together to be
getting to know
them.
everyone of Redwall and Aether as well. Just to
If you don't
inform
mind,
people
before
that
we
we
start
just
talking
got sold
about
We
negotiations,
have the niche
tell me
situation. We
about
don't
the
need that
Dominion.
one.
They don't seem to be very liked.
I see. Welcome to Redwall.
From what I know, it varies, but I
not
think
much.
a
This
lot of
over
people
here
dislike
is
them.
this man's niece.
I'm personally on neutral terms with one of
I'm
their
actually his
leaders,
nephew.
but
It's because
the Redwall Guard and the Dominion have had a couple
it's mostly just
scuffles
shifting
in the
gears. You know,
past,
just
and
family, you teasing
arguments.
each other, you know
They're
how it is.
essentially
Or if you
the
do know how it is,
Dominion
I don't
or
know.
the Mercenary
Hey,
Guild
hey,
is
Oh,
a
don't worry, I know what this one. My name is
large,
French. I should make your old acquaintance.
mercenary company.
Hopefully
You
we
hire
can
them to do
work
whatever you
together.
need. They'll do anything for gold.
I'm,
That's their
Michael.
motto.
Good day.
Their people tend to be of the
Find out
less
about
valid.
Commotion going on around the Redwall
Thank
Guard
you.
Tower.
I just got it today.
Good
A
job.
little
I would like to
upgrade on
make
my
it
last
clear
time.
who
Building.
we are.
Yes,
Yeah.
well,
Absolutely, and so does
We
the
are
Thank
sword.
you.
not mercenaries.
I and
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
my companions
Thank you.
here are travelers from a faraway land, and we are trying to get the measure of the place.
Yeah, I would assume a lot of people come in swinging.
Well, I'm one of the
We're not here
guards,
to do
and
that.
well, welcome to Redwall. I hope you guys enjoy your
We're
stay
here
here.
to establish relations.
It's always
with
nice
you.
seeing you.
We can
God is-
also assist in anything.
Of course,
you need
you
your
are God as well.
we'll certainly
There
ask for
is
it.
Yeah, my name's
Ingot
Crimron.
Top, but it is a dwarven
Well,
kingdom,
hope for me
and they do
A pleasure.
trade
I
with
am
them.
Ignatius.
I see. I'll keep that in mind, my friend. In light
People
of
have
Ignatius.
bought
My
stay there
uncle
before.
is
Well,
from
it
Aries
is a
Sky.
pleasure
He is
meeting
a
you.
captain of a ship known as the
rooms
Levi.
there to stay
And
in
if
while
you
they
ever
were
need any
working
help,
on
feel free to
here,
ask the
so
guards for
you
assistance.
could probably
We'll
talk
help
with
you
him
out.
about staying.
Well, if you're willing to indulge a few
Different
questions.
realms, you know, they travel.
It is those two large doors.
How
that you follow the mountain side, you'll
dangerous
find
is this place
and,
that you are required to
so
form your
the
own
guard
guard?
captain, tell him that the Redwall captain
Well, this place isn't
sent
too
you, we're on
dangerous,
good
but
terms,
once in
so
a
that should be
while
a good
we
enough
do
balance.
get some
Hmm.
unwelcoming people who come into town
He
once in a
seems
while.
like an alright fella. I must
And we
admit.
also have the swamp
Unwelcoming.
that's nearby.
I have a question for you. What
Yeah.
is the purpose of a guard if there is a crystal?
Unwelcoming
I
as
don't-
in the sort that
So
are
again, I
cause problems.
suppose you're all just visiting,
Right.
you know?
Oh,
He's
you're
here.
so
Here,
surprised.
let us
Sometimes
step
there are
a
anomalies
bit
that
away so we are
bypass
not
the
disturbing
barriers.
anyone, if you
Other
please.
times it's mostly
Oh,
civil
yes,
disputes.
lead the way.
We've had a
Understood.
couple riots in the past
All I
and
can say to that
terrorist
is welcome
attacks
to
and other
Redwall.
things like that. We took care of them, obviously, but
So,
yeah.
when you say troubling people, do you by chance mean the Dominion we've heard so much about, even in our short time here?
Not so much them. They tend to keep to themselves when they're in town. Although, we have heard some problems with them. But we usually sort it out
Problems?
among our friends.
Like, if I may ask, what?
Well, one of them did kind of go a little crazy with the dynamite and blew up some buildings in the town.
Dynamite is
And,
fun.
Yeah,
Especially
and
when
there were a
there's
couple
bundle.
other altercations in the town.
Pardon, by dynamite I assume you mean some kind of
Explosive.
weapon?
Oh.
It's
Explosive.
a thing with a
Okay.
fuse that goes boom.
We know of black powder, but just, we don't. A different name for it, just wanted to clarify.
Oh yes, my apologies.
There was that one
But yes.
incident where we did have also the Redwall Guard where they attacked one of the citizens, Eugene. Beat the crap out of him. We call it.
Oh yeah, I was there for that.
I
Yeah.
thought this place had the
But yeah,
same
besides
security as
that-
Aether does.
Yeah.
Yeah. But besides that, the Dominion, typically the rule is if you don't mess with them, they usually leave you alone. And I can see how that kind of sounds a little troubling, but you know, they don't mean harm most of the time.
Although my advice, and this is not just from myself, but for some other citizens here, don't make any, just have nothing to do with them unless you are 100% going to be dedicated to becoming part of their group. Because folks around here don't exactly like how they treat people here.
Well, from everything I'm hearing, they sound outright, terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, their leaders is led by two men, Duran and Isaac. They are the leaders of the Dominion. They haven't been around lately, because from what I heard they were up north during some kind of campaign or some shit. I don't know, something. Well, there wasn't really
Wait a
much
second.
information of.
Our understanding was that this was some kind of guild. How do they have such a far reach?
They know people.
I have no idea. They know they have friends outside of Aether, and that's how they get
I'd
around.
say think of it this way.
Hey, Shade.
Aether is a strong trading point where lots of people come and go. You have plenty of people from many diverse realms and worlds who come to Aether. It wouldn't be so shocking to see them have such a far reach being in such a heavily populated area.
Yeah, I overheard a little bit.
Hey,
Fair point.
does
Yeah.
anybody want to hear
But
a
what were your
song?
other questions?
Well,
if I'm
Oh, sorry, please. Yes, yes.
If I may. So, I mean, I think all I
going
could
ahead
say the
to
same for. All right, Uncle. Take care. I will say, like, and I will also agree with Krim. Just as long as you are on the Dominion's good side and you follow their directions or rules, then you won't have any problems with them. And you know, but just be careful how you're gonna deal with them, because they are very serious and they have people who could really make your life a living hell.
So, even if we have beliefs that may put ourselves against this dominion, we should still keep our mouths shut as to not invite their wrath? Do they have such power over this place?
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I have my own opinions. I'm just gonna.
Well, I wouldn't say they have power over here. It's just more on, like, as long as you don't
Common courtesy.
Well, there is
Some
common
people don't
courtesy,
deserve
and
common
then there is
courtesy.
not kowtowing to. I'll call them bullies.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But still. I would say
well,
this, coming from a
I
guard.
don't really know what much
Normally
to say
what
about that at the
happens-
moment, because I don't pay attention. I just tell you, I just hear what people say, and that's all I know sometimes. I've experienced it myself at times too, but I don't know much either.
Oh yes, sorry. Coming from myself, if your beliefs are not interfering with the lives of others, then I don't feel
Cooking.
like you should be, well, harmed in any way. The Dominion, well, some of them do have a short temper, but if they ever do end up, well, let's say, trying to attack you or try to harm you in any way, they will have to answer to the Redwall Guard.
Well, how are
Because
they
we don't
able
attack
to
people
with
for
the
simply speaking
protections?
their mind.
Well, that's what I was about to say, because as long as you don't consent to being attacked, then they'll end up being sent right back to the Nexus because of the wardings.
So the warding is based on consent. I was curious about that.
I would be aware if you're a magic
Interesting.
user. They really despise and distrust magic users.
Do they? Well, that is unfortunate. Gunther and I are, in fact, magic users. One of the very few where we come from, as a matter of fact.
So
Let's
yeah,
keep your eye
that
on them. They, yeah.
keep your eye on them, or just don't have anything to do with them, because they
Keep
are
your
like
staves handy.
yeah, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
well, it's also one of those things where, or if you are, whenever they're on a mission, they're all business. So, like, let's say that they get hired for something, and the person hiring also takes you along.
Yeah, you have been.
For the most part, they'll be a bit more
But I feel a little
tolerant. They'll be more focused on the job than you
look a bit
slinging
better.
spells,
By
for
the
the
way,
most
good
part.
news.
As
I'm
long
gonna
as
start
you
an
don't
adventure
attack
school.
their men on the mission, that
I'm actually gonna go through
that should
it.
be fine.
understood.
Goodberry?
Thank you.
Oh, sure.
Well, in the spirit of this newfound cooperation we have, do any of you have any questions for us, by chance?
I have a couple. What realm are you and your comrades from?
We come from a world known as Ivarda. It is, well, it is not hyperbole to say that it lies at the very edge of the astral sea. A very, very long way from here. So far that this nexus of yours can hardly even reach it. It took a great deal of power for us to connect to this world and step through. But more specifically, I and Gunther here come from a kingdom called Rizia, where we are in the service of a lord there, and one who granted us our chance to step through and find out more about this place.
I see. And, well, like I said, I'm sure everyone here, myself included, all welcome you and your comrades to Redwall.
Thank you.
Much obliged.
Another thing is, and just so I could get my mind straight, and you're here for diplomatic reasons.
Exchange of information and...
Looks like we're moving, boys.
Yeah. Looks like we're moving.
Alright.
It was nice meeting you again. And like I said,
Oh yes,
if
of
you need help,
course.
let us know.
The pleasure has been all ours, and I
Sorry,
certainly hope we can meet again
duty
and
calls. I gotta go.
share more stories.
Aye.
Of course, I'm Michael, by the way, if I haven't told you my name. I'm Michael, by the way.
Ignatius. A pleasure.
Ignatius, but sure.
Oh dear.
And what's your name?
Gunther.
Hmm?
Gunther.
Gunther. Okay, pleasure to meet you. Gunther.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Pleasure to meet you, and again, welcome to Redwall.
Thank you.
Anyways, enjoy your stay, or whatever you're gonna do here.
I think I'm gonna go.
Slug, you wanna come with Shade?
Sure.
Or what do you want to do?
Before we're left behind again.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
Good journeys.
It would seem this Dominion is going to be a much bigger problem than we initially anticipated.
We just gotta make sure to correct people when they think we're part of the Dominion.
Yes.
Don't
it's
want
going to be
any
very important from now on.
miscommunications to pop up.
No, certainly not. We certainly don't want to be associated with that barbarity, now do we?
Oh, it seems they're just like home, not like in magic users.
Yes. The dark's underbelly starts to reveal itself, unfortunately.
I guess no matter where you go, you're always gonna have people that view different things.
It'd be a very different world otherwise.
No, I'm trying to think if there's... I suppose, just in case an invasion ever were to happen while you guys are still stationed here, we're usually pretty good at preparing for those, but in case it is impromptu, that building, which is the winery, and the building that we were walking to, but I stopped, the inn, those will be places to go for safekeeping, if you need it. I highly doubt that something like that will arise, but just in case.
Understood. Thank you for your hospitality.
Of course. Hope you've enjoyed Redwall. If you needed any help, grab a guardsman, and the training grounds are free to use for everyone if your men want to get a spar in or two. I know that our guardsmen are always down to learn from others, especially the younger ones.
Perhaps you guys could sharpen your skills here at some point.
I wouldn't mind helping out with that.
Those of you who need it anyway.
Perhaps.
Well, I think that's all we needed to say. Unless you have anything.
No. Thank you for your hospitality and your warm welcome. We are very appreciative.
Of course. My goal is to make everyone feel welcome at Redwall and able to confine in the guard if they ever need. Besides that, enjoy your stay. Also, if you go up there, it's a very lovely view. There are stairs
shall
over
be a good
here
vantage
by
point.
the mountain face.
Very good. Well, we feel safe and at home, thanks to the Redwall Guard.
Of course. Now then, I'm gonna go check on my men, make sure they're not doing too much slacking off in this time of peace.
probably.
I'll be right behind you.
Oh, hey, Blue Jay. Good idea.
This is a small little building, is it not?
Quaint.
Better than being outside.
Did they lend us this building to use?
Come in, Captain. Bring everyone in.
Bed and breakfast.
So it would seem.
Alright, everyone inside.
Okay, tell you what. How about I don't give you the money? Yeah.
Gather round.
Bed's
Get
okay.
an ale or
Well,
a treat, you wish.
Either that or I tell your dad.
Let me guess. She hired you to come after me because she couldn't catch up with me.
No, I'm simply going out of my way as her caring girlfriend to talk to you to say, hey, could you help her out and just give her the money that she needs?
The captain has heard that the Dominion may be at their building.
Tell your dad.
We have no idea who they are, we have no idea their motives. Just that they are not very well tolerated among the people of Aether. They seem to be mercenaries of some sort. We're operating off of very limited information. If any of you have ideas on how we should approach them, if we should interact with them at all, please speak up now.
No, I'm
I've only interacted with two of them, and they were about to point me in direction of the Thieves Guild, is what they call
Alright, let's go to the training ground. Hopefully my captain will
Thieves Guild.
do the right thing.
Well, they were going to send me somewhere. But I walked away, and then that's when I stumbled upon you all.
To our
I've
own
interest in this
conversations.
Thieves Guild. Like to see if we can make contact with them.
I could poke my nose around a bit, if you want.
Lupio.
Yes.
You'll coordinate with Flint in this matter. As for this guild, this dominion, what say you all?
I think they are
Make
much
an
more than a
introduction.
guild, Knight Commander.
Hmm.
From the conversations I and Gunther participated in, some of these other Red Wall guards, we learned the names of two of their leaders, a man by the name of Duran and another man by the name of Isaac. They are apparently not around. They are somewhere far off to the north on some sort of campaign, as they described it. I do not think these people are simple mercenaries. There's something more than that. And that the fact that the Red Wall citizens dislike them is an understatement. We heard multiple reports of assaults, beatings, insults. They are barely tolerated, and only because they appear to be quite strong. Most people tend to avoid them if at all possible. They are apparently quite zealous, and that anyone who interacts with them should be prepared to, well, how do they describe it? Be fully committed to either joining them or just staying out of their way. Now, obviously, that is different for us, but I think they are going to take a hardline stance if we try the diplomatic approach.
I've thought about this. They don't seem very trustable. They're willing to do anything for coin.
Their name, Dominion, seems to betray their purpose here. I do not know what they are doing in this north of which they speak. But if they are a Dominion, if that is their goal, perhaps they are trying to establish some sort of realm here. Perhaps they are enemies of the mages. we may be able to take advantage of this unique situation.
They definitely
We
don't
should
like
learn
magic
to
users.
cultivate relationships.
It is another fact
They have
we
no
learned.
magic
They are
users.
not
Whether
that they
they
don't
do or
have
not.
any. They just that they despise
Say
them.
again.
Otto, are you on any missions here? Any personal missions?
As of right now, no.
How about you investigate them? I feel like you would blend in well. Don't join them, but get comfortable with them. Figure out things for us. Let us know if you think they're worth it. Do you think that's something you can do?
I can look into them and see what I can learn, yes.
Good.
Perhaps.
Do you agree with this action? He is your man.
Yes, I do. We must, at all times, be conscious of the reputation that we carry in the hearts and minds of the people of Redwall and the Isle of Aether. Regardless of our customs, we must learn to be respectful of their kind if we are to apply the secrets of their undeniably powerful magic, the use of his lordship. I would like us to become a sort of anti-Dominion, not in opposition to them, of course, no. We will become the shining example of what they should have been. We will become friendly with the citizens of Redwall, with the citizens of Aether. We will become a shining example of the type of men his lordship would like us to be when seen in foreign lands. Is that understood?
Yes.
Yes, Knight Commander.
Yes.
Very good.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well then, I think for the time being it would be best if we remained separate from this Dominion. To be seen cavorting with them may be a stain on our reputation. Best for us to deny any involvement or knowledge of them at all.
I think that'll be smart. But keep it in mind, Otto.
I will see what I can learn without getting too close for now.
Very good. If it becomes necessary while speaking with them in a private setting to disclose your shared feelings about the nature of magic, you have my discretion to do so.
Understood.
As for this Thieves Guild, they may be able to assist us on future missions. I was quite surprised that in our meeting with the guard here in Redwall, they actually offered some of their men, some of their guardsmen, to join us on missions. This adds to our available manpower for searching for artifacts when delving into particularly dangerous theaters. This may be a great boon to us. If we could find a similar arrangement with the Thieves Guild, we could take advantage of that as well. That understood?
See what I can do. Cost you all, but yeah.
Of course. You'll be compensated. Our lordship has deep pockets. Well then. If there's anything else, I'm going to grab a nail.
So, I've been away for a while. Why don't you update me on what you guys have seen, heard, done? How about you start, Duncan?
Well, in Aether itself, or our last excursion?
We'll say Aether. I think you've been there more.
You're going to have to excuse me.
After a while of searching, we finally found the Miss Kelly that trained under Califax. Or they went to the
If you all
same
intend to
college.
stay here, I will return tomorrow.
She gave us a lot of reading material on magic that will prove
Good.
very useful
Was that
to
today
us.
or recently?
Today.
Good. I'm sure you guys will decipher it and figure out what its uses are.
Yes, gonna be making copies of it and then returning the books to her. Last thing we want to do is, not return property.
Lupio,
Yes, very good.
if you are willing, I would like you to stay the night here. Follow Flint on his mission. Assist him.
And
We'll
Ignatius,
bring back the requisite coin.
what have you been up to?
Well, for the most part,
I will stay
I've been moving with Gunther, trying our best to get inside this mage's conclave. We learned that there is supposed to be some kind of test on the morrow up in Aether. We'll of course be attending to see what else we can learn. But I do have something for you as well, Ambassador, if you are so inclined.
Of course.
We'll be done.
As the Knight Commander requested, we did our best to try and ascertain what kind of other institutions were in Aether. We learned that there is in fact an actual mercenaries guild separate from the Dominion, apparently. There's also a healers guild and an agricultural guild, of all things. We happen to learn the leaders of those as well. Yes. One of them, and I can't believe I'm saying this, is some kind of fire elemental. Fully sentient. Thinking. Dresses and clothes. One of the strangest things I've ever seen.
Very
A
polite.
walking, talking fire.
Yes. And yes, polite. On top of that. We can make introductions for you if you ever wish to seek them out. They no doubt have something worthwhile in there, if this world is as magical as it seems.
And this is the agricultural guild we're talking about? Not the
Yes.
Healers Guild,
No,
very well.
the people we spoke to did not know the specific leaders of those guilds. That will take some more information gathering.
I feel that it'll be to our benefit to investigate the Healers Guild. We'll put the Agricultural Guild at the bottom of our list, but we'll keep it in mind.
Of course,
Wondering if you
Ambassador.
want me to still gather
We shall
some
strive to
information
find
about
those
dwarves.
who lead the Healers
Go
Guild
talk to
next,
some of the
then.
people up in Aether.
At very least, figure out what they know. Perhaps
At
you
your
can learn
leisure.
something and bring it back.
If you could do both at the same
I
time,
don't doubt it, Ambassador.
that would be advantageous. Take Blackmore with you.
I'm ready to go now if you are.
Whenever.
We shall see you again
Goodness.
soon, Flint.
Yep, hopefully soon, boys.
Well, we've collected quite a bit of information. You two are doing very well. I'm sure I don't need to say that to you, though. Keep it up.
The real prize is still out of our reach. None of these archmages or magistrates have made themselves available to us. Of course, as the Knight Commander said, it will take some time, but... I don't know.
Who
We're
knows,
on our way
maybe
there.
this magistrate will be at the magic thing going on tomorrow.
Maybe.
You'd think he'd be at the test.
Well, not
Are you ready for
Caliprax,
it?
but
Well,
the hag. I think they called her.
I
Can't remember her
think
name.
I'm going to be
As a side
playing...
mission, if I may interrupt for just a very brief moment.
Of course.
I want the three of you together prepare an agenda that we are going to discuss with the magistrates when I get a meeting with them. Prepare an agenda, everything we can, should, or would discuss. Do not just go about our motives, what we want to know from them, what we want to communicate with them, but what they may communicate with us. Things that we might anticipate. Try to predict both sides of the conversation. I want to know everything before I step in that room. Is that understood?
Understood.
Of course, Knight Commander.
All three of you are to collaborate on this. This is in order. Now, I'll leave the three of you to it. I'm going to do some exploring myself.
Have fun.
Safe travels, Knight Commander. Well, Ambassador, I presume we are going to need to be very careful about what we present as our needs at this meeting with these magistrates.
Well, we've already spoke to most of the people in charge. They seem to be okay with our current objective. What we desire to let them know is more of the concern.
Hello, my name is Sivectis von Vreden.
We are to be hospitable and forthright, but don't give them all our cards.
Wonderful. It is a pleasure to meet you, Eugene the Terrible.
The Destroyer.
Of course, the realm we come from, the name of our kingdom, the fact that we serve a lord, typical thing.
Yes, Eugene the Destroyer.
Of course, typical introductions. We should
doing?
make clear what our motive is, so we are not confused with others.
The
Offer our
collection
services,
of
perhaps.
collection of knowledge, magical artifacts, as such.
Not just knowledge of magical artifacts, also knowledge that would be useful in navigating this place.
Stay safe.
Yes, also true.
Perhaps one of the questions we could ask is how we could be best useful to him. In this scenario, it is a give and take. We can't just keep taking.
Yes. No, of course not. Of course. I'm just trying to imagine how careful we should be about broaching the topic of magic. So far, everyone we've encountered seems to be very open about it. But
except for this
if what we
Dominion.
understand, besides the Dominion, yes. But this magistrate, and whoever else they call upon, may in fact be very different, may not be so welcoming about our questions on the subject. So,
Well, they
I
said
wonder.
that the magistrate and Caliprax both use magic.
Yes, but they are also apparently quite powerful.
Then this is what we'll do. We'll write down questions, we'll review it, and while we're speaking, we'll read them. If they seem uncomfortable, we'll change the subject.
Very well, Ambassador.
I think it might benefit us to make sure that not just one person is speaking. Typically, I'd be the one speaking, yes. But if we all ask individual questions, it'll perhaps make him less stressed than having somebody drill into him.
But we also gotta make sure not to have too many people in with this conversation, because that would also be stressful.
Ignatius, I want you there. You are the most knowledgeable about it. Not though you are still young and learning. I don't mean to offend you.
No offense.
But it's probably
I
best.
would have recommended that as well. As long as
I was going
you
to make a
ask for the
suggestion,
ability for me to
Ambassador.
learn from them, I'm fine with it.
That's exactly
Go on,
my
Ignatius.
point, Gunther. I understand your reasoning for wishing to include me, of course, Ambassador, but perhaps may be worth it to bring Gunther along. He is young and, well, relatively unspoiled by what our world truly is. Relatively speaking, of course. And if we can present ourselves as someone like Gunther, young, eager to learn, polite, noble even, that may help make a solid impression about who we are trying to be to them, and frame us in a positive light, besides an old man in weathered clothing. Simply a suggestion, of course.
Gunther.
Yes.
You have been very useful as of late, accomplishing what the Lord has asked of you. You've shown great skill and temper. During this meeting, I will expect the same. If you think you can handle this, I'll allow it to be your choice.
I can see where T is coming from for the mindset for magic, but I'm also not versed in ways of talking in that type of situation. I don't want to
If I again
say
may be
something.
so bold, I think the people we're going to speak to know very well. Men like the Ambassador and men like myself, men who know how to control their words. If they see you and you're, let's call it uncomfort about dealing with the situation, they will see that as a very interesting truth about you. You will not seem as if, like I told you before, that you have an agenda, that you are just... You are who you are, and they will trust you more for it. With us, Ambassador, they could...
So I ask again. Good. That's what I like to hear, Gunther.
Thank you, Ambassador, as always.
In the future, you may speak plainly with me, especially when we're in Aether. In front of others, display the pleasantries, of course, but you've earned my respect enough. It's more about if you can keep it.
Understood.
Yeah. Excellent.
When we return, you should meet in my office and we'll write it up. We'll go over it.
Of course, Ambassador.
Vectus? Is there anything else you need of me before I head out?
No.
Very good then. As always, if you guys need anything, just come get me. I'll be available for the rest of the day.
Will do.
And Gunther.
Yes.
I wish to have a meeting with you at some point. Maybe this week.
Whenever you want.
Come in my office at any time. I'll be there.
Well, that works. Then we could have the meeting he wants, and then we could go over the questions more.
Yes, certainly. Though, I think I'm going to take this time to go back to Aether.
Yes, we did leave a middle or a conversation right in the middle of it.
Perhaps we can scavenge that a bit. This plan of yours is quite bold, Knight Commander. Very fitting, of course.
Which plan are you speaking of, occultist?
Do I have to specify, Knight Commander?
I have many plans, occultist.
I can only hope they all bear the fruit we wish them to bear. Knight Commander, that is all. We are on the back foot here, and will be for a while yet.
As we continue gaining the trust of the individuals, this new magical world, we will gain more ground. And in time, who knows?
Oh, indeed, Knight
But for
Commander.
the time being, let us not allow our goals, our goals to exceed our grasp.
Of course. Well then, I believe we should be taking our leave for the moment. Do you require anything else of us?
Yes, I need lamb. Come, let us leave together. I'm very hungry.
Yes, I
enjoy your feast.
I'm starving. I'm going to eat an entire lamb at Kierhold. I'm going to roast it and I'm going to cover it in salt.
I'm going to shove
pepper.
my head into a stew pot and not come out until it's all gone.
That sounds like a wonderful idea, occultist. Oh, yes. Don't make my
Now
tummy
then.
rumble. Yes, Gus.
I mean, it looks
really...
good.
Oh god,
but...
she's really pretty when she flies. Go back to normal size.
Go back to normal size, you dingus.
I'm so hungry.
I'm
so hungry.
Tummy rumble.
My tummy do be a rumbling.
The armor makes it echo.
Yes.
Oh god.
Claude. Claude.
What?
Yes, the Knight Commander's plot armor, of course.
Wait, what about my plot armor? What are you talking about?
That you have plot armor, and it rumbles.
Dude, I don't have plot armor. I got death rolled on our last mission. Shut the fuck up.
Only because of friendly fire.
Yeah, fucking Belshio.
Man, I loved your declaration there. It's like the anti-Dominion. Oh, really? Oh, that's the road we're going down, huh? Okay, it's gonna be a fucking wild ride.
It's alright.
Fuck.
In my head, things went downhill the moment we entered that room with all the gold in it.
Yeah, no. You could break all the fucking magic in here, right? Fuck, I don't know, because I don't know I don't know what's in there,
dude.
Cascarity. I need to talk to the fucking caretaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm expecting your hat to say Gryffindor.
You're like the first one to not say this looks like an Inquisitor's hat, so thank you.
Oh, thank God. Something a little original.
Yes.
Looking over to... Yeah, I like your character so far. It looks really cool.
Yeah. You're gonna probably hate us in like 10 episodes, but that's okay.
Dude, what are you talking about? We're the fucking...
No, we're the good guys, right?
We're not the baddies. 9.
We're the good guys.
Yeah, it's need to. Okay, need to. We need to go write down that we have all that shit we got.
I know. I have to write down so much.
Yeah. I'm gonna go look at Aether, see what's there. Maybe more shenanigans. Who knows?
Yep.
Good night, sweet prince with your fucking purple eyes.
Thanks, babe.
Have a good night. Eat your lamb before it eats you.
Good night.
Beryl. I think it'd be funny to roleplay Beryl who's actually like genuinely pissed.
Okay, Gunter, we need to kill literally everybody. You in?
Yeah, let's go. No offensive capabilities, but alright.
Yeah, you got more than I do. These fucking nerds thinking they could just take on everything when we're literally just sitting here like, do you understand how much fucking magic is in this world?
Dude, like,
you
they're
can't
like, oh yeah.
possibly comprehend.
They're like, oh yeah, just grab the crystal. And I'm just like, that's gonna like, explode. It's gonna be like FT and our arm is gonna fall off. And then fucking
right.
immediately
like,
the whole
just
like,
break
oh
all
yeah,
this
I
magic
found
that's
this
in this
under the
throne
gold.
room, bunch of the dwarves. Yeah.
That moment, I'm like, oh,
yeah,
we're gonna
I'm
die
like,
now.
I mean, I kind of trust. I mean, I do trust Coco if he did that because he's a DM, right? He should be. Yeah, he's a DM, so I'm fine with him doing that. But it's also like, are we really? Like, okay.
Oh yeah, where did Coco's
Yeah,
character
when
actually
fucking-
come into play? I just turned around and he was like there.
I don't know.
Oh,
like
okay.
Drasker's like, this is my right hand. Is like, did we find this guy? Because he's not one of us. So he came from here. So I'm curious as to why he suddenly is in on like all our shit now.
Yeah.
You know. Oh well.
I guess that's what
It's
we
literally
get
just
for
you
having
and
a
me.
conversation. Yeah, it's us against the world at this point.
Yeah. Basically.
God, my fucking goals matter so much now.
Yeah, right. So do mine, technically speaking. We just have literally the opposite set.
Alright,
You want to
ready
explore
go?
this place, bring your family over, and live in peace. Yeah, I know, it's fucking. Yo, I want to fucking go out there, search for shit,
Yeah, let's try VR right.
find
Why not?
magic
That
that
sounds like fun.
breaks
And-
magic and bring it back to our world. It's like, yes, no more fucking magic. Fuck magic. Magic is stupid. But that's not going to happen. It's all going to end in tragedy.
Yay, tragedy.
Okay.
I love how I'm never facing this way. Could you
I think
imagine
it has
being
something to do with
blind?
the way you'll.
The way you're positioned.
Oh yes, that would be. Yeah, that would be terrible. You just walk off
Walk
and
off.
then you just fall. Yeah.
No, you'd end up back here.
Terrible, actually. Right. No, but that.
But the question
first
is-
falling sensation for like the 15 seconds.
But the question is, would you end up in the same position or would you be randomly turned if you fell? So if you're blind, eventually maybe you'll face the right way so you won't walk off?
Sounds like we need to perform some experiments, Gunter.
Yes. I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah. No, first we must find a blind person.
I'll just put on a blindfold. Just walk off the edge.
But no, then it messes with everything. It has to be true blindness.
Ah, fine. We'll cut out someone's eyes, then bring him here.
Yay!
You have a spell to grow those back after, right?
Yes, yes. It's
Okay.
literally like back and forth spell. Yes.
Anyway. Well, let's hope we can find those we had the conversation with earlier.
Yes, let's hope. Maybe we can finally try that tavern.
Which tavern was that again? I heard there was two.
There's a winery and an actual tavern. The tavern was more centrally located, and I don't know where this winery is supposed to be, so we shall go to the one we know where it is.
We have some news for you.
Oh.
Yeah, something that will be worthwhile. Possibly we talk somewhere other than the main street.
Sure.
Certainly.
Yeah, alright, follow me.
So, Flint, I don't think we ever clarified where exactly you were from.
Nowhere where you're from and nowhere from here.
Very interesting answer, but fair enough.
I guess I'll head to the rock, might as well. Might as well.
Oh, yeah.
Cinematic.
Yes, right in front of this maelstrom. Still trying to figure out that part.
Alright. Here you are. You'll see about 8 or so pages, 8 or 9 pages that seem to be ripped out of a book. All have Dwarven writing on it. I have some scribbles as well. Some of the things I scribbled down real quick. Maybe that will help.
And you all just managed to secure this without anyone noticing.
I stood in front of him while he tore the pages out.
And
Other people's backs were turned.
Your hand slip, of course. And this should concern that dwarven fortress in Redwall, yes? Its intricacies.
It's I know very little dwarven ruins, but what I read, it's something about a ward or something. Protection ward. So...
Ward. Yes,
but that's coming from a person who only knows how to say hello. And Dwarven, that is it. So take it with a grain of salt. I ripped out what I could.
Thankfully for you, you were staring at a man who is quite adept at languages. But I'm not going to do so here, as to avoid any international incidents, let's call them. So, I will hold on to these. And I will, of course, inform the Knight Commander of your excellent work.
To add on that, we found out the Thieves Guild. Not a Thieves Guild, or the Seekers. Or the Seekers Guild. I think that's what it was.
Seekers.
We went in and had a talk with them anyway. They want to meet the Knight Commander, as I told them that he would have more information to give on what we are looking for. I did give him a vague answer of we are looking for artifacts in no particular specification. Just artifacts to give to our lord.
A vague answer indeed, but not incorrect. Did you happen to get a name?
He got the name. What was that kobold's name?
I don't know, I fucking forgot. But it's not hard to miss. Small and
I'll
red.
remember it eventually.
Small. Okay.
He's small and red. He's got a hood.
Fine gentleman.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we can work with that. We will, of course, inform the Knight Commander.
I'm sure he'll introduce himself again.
Well done, indeed, gentlemen. Thank you for
Let me
bringing this to our
know.
attention.
Let me know if you need my services again.
Of course.
Right, your payment. Come here. $35 gold right there for you. And there's more where that comes from. If you get any more
Keep that in
information.
mind. Well, I'll keep my nose
find-
out and my ears open.
Anything you deem interesting to let us know.
Update me on what you need and I'll get it. Need weapons, I'll steal it. Need potions, I'll steal it.
We are not going that far just yet, but it would be best for you to interact with the Knight Commander whenever possible, and he, I'm sure, will have something for you to pick apart. As of
Keep that in mind then. Alright, man.
Speaking of, are they still in Redwall?
I do not know for sure. We left the Knight Commander back in the Hall of Curehold itself. Myself and Yantha are the only ones that came through. He might have retired.
Understood.
Pleasure working. Let me know when I'm needed.
Have a good one. Look forward to working with you more.
Bye, guys.
Well, you got the pages. I don't know anything about them. Out of my league.
I'm sure there's something within them that we can utilize. Good work, Sir Blackmore.
So what book was this from? Are they gonna find these pages missing?
Yeah. They might. I didn't touch the book. It was all him.
Well, if anyone asks...
And it wasn't
no
my
one's for
choice to rip
anything.
him out. He just told me to stand in front of him. And he started ripping pages out.
So he's a bit of a blunt.
No, I had no hand in it. Other than just being told to stand in front of him.
Well,
which
good.
I had no idea he was gonna do.
With how we're
Then you won't be lying when you say.
with how we're supposed to be acting, stealing really isn't the right option.
They weren't gonna give the book away, so to say. And I was going to tempt them if I could buy it from them, but when they kept talking about it a little bit, they didn't seem like they were gonna let go of the book.
It is in the past now. The act is already done. The best thing we can do, Ganta, is to distance ourselves from the act so that we do not receive any blowback if it is discovered.
Distance ourselves from
If
what?
necessary. Flint. He is not from our world. He is a tool, nothing more. If we need to cut him loose...
Distance ourselves from what? Never happened.
Exactly, Gunter, exactly. If he gets to be a problem, Sir Blackmore, I trust you'll be able to deal with it.
No, I'll handle him.
Good.
But do try to make the illegal actions to a minimum.
That was the only.
Or just-
I again had no idea he was intending to do that.
Or just
I thought he was
continue
gonna
to
try robbing them.
ensure that you are not going to get caught. Regardless, we are positively famished, and we need to see if we can pull any more information out of these people. So, we are heading to the tavern, if you wish to join us, Sir Blackmore.
I will follow for a bit, and then I might retire.
Of course.
I know the Knight Commander said he was gonna eat a whole lamb.
As is his right.
I didn't think he could eat that much, though. I guess wearing all that armor makes you burn it quickly.
All the hard labor you had to do, I'd imagine there's plenty you could actually eat if you were tired enough, Gunter.
Still a lot of meat. Your stomach's only a certain size. No matter how much you want to shove stuff down your throat.
Yeah. Right. What on earth is happening? Small red.
How's it going? Ah, yes, this is the
Sir?
Seekers Guild co-owner.
Co-owner. Greetings, sir. We are associates with the gentleman here.
They're the occultists, as we call them. Mages, if you will.
Seekers of knowledge such as yourself, sir, nothing more.
Well, the name is Arcades. I believe that we have a meeting set up tomorrow.
I believe we do.
With the Knight Commander. These are not Knight Commanders.
Oh, I see.
We don't sound
Just
so
companions,
sure, Sir Blackmore. Apologies, we had just gotten through him telling us about your meeting and we were curious. Apologies, Sir Archimedes. I am Ignatius. A pleasure.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Well, don't allow us to stop you if you have pressing business elsewhere.
We'll discuss something with one of our seekers.
Of course.
Good day,
Have a good
gentlemen.
day.
Have a good day.
Is this a private time we can into? I just got it.
Conversation I should be around for.
Gosh.
Oh.
You know what? Yes. Hold on. I can go. Okay.
Let's talk about that in the tavern, shall we?
You killed one?
Alright.
Good for you.
You do.
You're touching my throat right now. Oh my god. You're touching my zip, bro. Touch me again, bro. Touch me again. I think he's touching your boob.
Good.
I must ask, so these...
So much for the service. Right. Right here, I believe. Good enough. 3 seats, perfect for us.
It's a stereotype of all the,
Now, Sir Blackmore, I want you to be entirely upfront with me. Did anything go wrong in that meeting of yours with that Archimedes fellow?
No, not that I know of. He seems very
suspicious,
skeptical. I think he's just a cautious person. Makes it very annoying.
Gunter,
Well, let's
What was
hope
your
that all it
impression?
is. Didn't interact with them long enough.
Not even for a snap judgment. You need to be able to do these things, especially if people start to get a bit testy with it.
Well, I can't really judge his character when all he said was like 3 sentences.
How about his disposition, then, Gunther? Anything?
He just seemed more neutral than anything.
Finding a way back. A way back and forth.
I am not so sure.
Sorry? Say again?
The tone of that,
Do you have any direction on
the tone he took with us,
a way back and forth?
something about it. I have known men like that before. We're going to have to warn the Knight Commander about him. Just in case. Interesting.
Oh, looks like there's someone
Well,
behind the counter
gentlemen.
now.
Well, we are here to drink, are we not? Shall we partake?
A good way to end our day.
Well, since you so willingly volunteered, Gunther.
Oh, I didn't
How
volunteer.
about go getting the... What if I were telling you you were volunteered?
I'll tell you, I just got done with that one mission. So maybe we should let our new friend get the drinks.
Why me? I don't want to drink.
You need to work on your
You'll both shit out of luck
interactions
with
more
me.
anyway, Gunter. Go on. You need to approach people, strike conversations with them, get more used to it. And, well, you can't go wrong with speaking to a barkeep that basically paid to listen to you.
Oh, what do you
That's a
want to
good
drink?
lad. Just an ale works.
Oh, can I get 2 ales?
How long have you been serving?
What
Lord
kind
Albert,
of
or
ales?
if I can ask?
What kinds do you have?
My family's been serving him for a long time.
Several different 100 types
Very
of ales.
militarized family.
Which
that I
kind
come
of
from.
ale would you like?
Not known for our nights.
Surprise
known
me.
For the
I don't know what
Vietnam.
types of ales you have, so I can't pick.
Known for producing.
Do
a
you
lot of
like
soldiers.
something that is bitter? Something that is sweet?
But
Easy to drink?
myself, probably not
Has
recognized
foam?
by him.
Do
as
sweet.
I forsake my noble duties.
Sweet.
To be more this.
Does mulberry
Soldier.
ale sound good
Yes, well,
to you?
Sounds fun.
serving in the Vectorum does certainly put a
3
damper on most
mulberries. A
societal
few moments,
and
please.
life aspirations,
Take your time.
as I've come to unfortunately learn. And so, what do you think of it so far?
The Victorum?
Yeah.
This is an interesting place, I could say. I don't think it's bad by any means. I think it's actually quite an interesting idea. Besides, we gather various things for our Lord. What better way to serve, in my opinion.
Well, I was expecting a dwarf, but this is all different.
I do think it is a...
Okay, these are person.
That is certainly. I think all of us in the Vectorum could say much the
The
same.
only person that these are.
But then again, you wouldn't be here if you weren't willing to serve our Lord's mission. So, any personal missions you're trying to undertake with this effort?
Oh, where are you, Rickes?
Are you...
I don't know.
Nothing untoward, I promise you, Sir Blackmore. I'm not trying to pin something on you. But we are in a new place that
3
none of our world has
mulberry
visited before.
ales.
Possibility
How much
as
do I owe you?
requested.
What'd you want?
12 copper each.
Whiskey.
Alright.
Thank
I'm
you.
always willing to serve
Thank
my
you.
You can leave
Take
your
care.
dirty cups
in any
at
way
the table.
seen fit.
Will do.
My own personal goals and desires are neither here nor there.
Hey, Marky.
What can I do for you?
Excellent.
I'll take 2.
If you know your captain,
2 whiskeys.
the captain,
Single
Oscar,
double malt.
I am very much like him.
The bell.
You said you didn't want anything, but I got you one anyway.
2 whiskeys.
Thank you.
A few moments, please.
Kind.
Sure, take your time.
But yes, I am very much like Otto. Not him, like in every aspect, but
I was going
very
to say-
similar.
You have a whole
Fair
keg
enough.
of the whiskey?
That's the
Sort of
captain
almost
does
like
strike
similar
as,
thinking.
I mean, it's.
refreshing.
I mean, it's hard, yeah.
This place is likely going to be a very straining one, then.
For me,
What
yeah.
we've discovered is to be relieved.
Mulberry ale.
Oh, or even for us, yes.
And apparently they also have a lot of different ales.
Why I needed a few moments.
They don't just have ale. I heard you need more than one type of ale.
That one's mulberry.
Hi.
It's a sweet.
I rubbed cactus thorns all over it.
Is that what I was tasting? Didn't know what that was. I assumed that was just something they put in there.
I am buying
I
whiskey.
said for
Would you
ale,
like
and
some?
he said there's like several hundred, so.
Are you old enough to drink?
Why, in all the realms, would you need several hundred types of ale?
How much?
Seems so counterproductive.
shouldn't then.
I want more.
Probably for all the different
Here, have
tastes that people have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ah, of course. You can never
not
be
like
satisfied
everyone
with
is
what you have, no.
There you go.
This place does cater to a lot of
Different
people.
worlds.
Or at least it tries.
I wonder if it's just some sort of attempt for you.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I suppose.
I don't know.
She's covered in cactus.
Well,
The moment you touch her hands, they transfer to you.
I suppose I shall share them.
I wrote a bunch on
It is my hope, through serving my Lord Albert here,
The tavern
that eventually I will be able to find something that I'm looking for. Something I can bring back to our world and make a difference.
sir?
As well.
I will be here.
It's not smooth. It's not smooth.
What are your troubles? Well, it's double. It's not as bad.
Of course, I
it's
won't
actually
go into
smoother than the
details
ale-
here
the
to
Dwarven ale I had
avoid
earlier.
Of course.
having anyone trying to question me about it. But suffice to say, it's something very near and dear to my heart. And, with any luck, with how magically attuned this realm seems to be,
There's been
my search will be
pretty
that much
eventful day,
easier.
I'd say.
It had moments.
Who knows, though?
Yeah.
I wonder how they are doing.
And what about you, young Gunter? Wish to share what you wish to get?
I don't know.
This
I mean,
place?
it'd be safer just to bet they're dead.
Sorry, I can't hear you. What?
It would be safe to bet that they are dead, but I would like to hold out hope.
Do you wish to share
Well, I
what
mean,
you
there are some
want to get
people
out
who I
of
would
this
prefer them
place?
not dying. I'll be honest, but
Just my understanding of magic.
well, I guess I'll still wish and hope
Definitely
that
have a
it'll be
lot to
okay.
learn.
You don't have a problem with that.
I mean, I would think Sulfur would send
Do
them
you
like
so
on a mission
Blackmore?
without a plan or something like that.
Back to work.
Sorry, what was that?
What do you need?
You don't have a problem with that, do you, Sir Blackmore? Sitting
A
at
problem
the
with what?
table sitting with
Oh,
two
with you
magic
two?
users. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Red.
Not meant to be personal, more about
getting a drink.
how on guard we should be around.
You're invisible. Don't mind me. Yeah.
No, you don't have to be on guard around me. If someone told me to kill you, I would kill you.
Listen, I've got a bit prepared.
As
okay?
long as it's an order.
I'm gonna go throw this cup at
If it's not
somebody's
an
head,
order,
but I wanna stay
then
invisible.
sure. Well, why worry?
I just need a drink.
Well,
And I guess the only man who could order me to kill you is the Knight Commander, and then there's the Captain.
Oh, here's to not having orders.
What would be like a funny
He knows the upside of it.
to throw at somebody?
well.
I don't fucking know. Why are you asking?
Here's to the spectre
That
of
is-
death.
Your funniest
Things
drink,
of
bartender.
ours.
Oh, joy.
Oh! This is our merchant.
How are things?
Ah, I was wondering who the hell you were. Good to know.
Name's Lespia.
Why do people always bully the tavern keeps? Like, what did they ever do to anyone?
Merchant,
Just doing
huh?
drugs.
What? I'm not bullying the tavern.
Sign up for church, join us.
You know, I'm a horrible
Here's
person,
something
but-
you could potentially chase down, Vespia. This tavern apparently has hundreds of different types of ales available.
Sure.
Imagine that.
is called Griffin's Piss. The outside coat
Small cactus pricks on his leg.
base of lemon face.
I think that would be great investment.
Berries make up the syrupy base.
What did you do?
You know that small blue-haired cat girl that likes to just go around?
Unfortunately, that's
Yeah,
sounds
all of
like
those
a
tiny
thing.
little cactus things to attack you.
Why are you following me?
What?
I don't know. You said
No.
you wanted to go
There was these
She
tiny
gets-
little cactuses.
Apparently she hugged them and then she just came to me and was like, "Here you go!"
Hmm.
What kind of...
I
don't know.
They just...
Oh, you
People
are
weren't there
strange.
for us. There's this little
No, it's
child, like...
Mm-hmm.
There was a little childlike creature. She's blind and kicked his ass.
A stack of paperwork.
She what?
You just... She wanted to duel,
I glossed over
and
the details
apparently
on purpose.
she wanted the duel, and apparently she was an earth mage. After I said, "Give me all you've got," she whooped my ass.
Yes.
That makes
shame
sense.
I was not there.
I'm a merchant, goddammit, not a fighter.
That's why it makes
But we
sense.
also picked a fight with a magic user, which in this world is especially dangerous, apparently. Because they all just, full of the craziest.
Yes.
Don't.
There it is.
What are you doing, little demon?
Putting pricks on my leg.
And why is your associate harassing our companion, sir, if I may ask?
That will be one gold piece.
I mean, if he doesn't want it, he just has to say he doesn't consent. So, I mean, apparently he doesn't mind
She's
it.
covered in cactus needles. You better than go in here.
That is actually a very good point. Why are you consenting to this?
Entertainment.
He's a masochist. Got it.
Right.
Oh, learned something new about
Fair
you
enough.
today.
It's more than
Shut
I wanted
the
to,
A few moments, please.
Hey, whatever you're into.
Let me hands on the floor. Daughter, are you okay?
I'm going back to the realm. I'll see you. Oh, jeez. I can't. I have things to do. I've got deals to make. Shit.
Hi.
Hi.
Mr. Sutter?
Here's a silver. Keep doing it to him.
I'll slap you again.
Okay.
Hey!
Yeah, but we're not on this.
I could use a drink after.
He's still alive.
Oh dear. You best get out of here, good merchant.
Let's go with that.
Not that leg. Please, not that leg.
This is doing it all over you.
Quit it.
It's just going to keep going.
I do not consent.
Okay.
Is it that simple? Is this really that simple?
Oh, you
It
made
is,
sad.
really is that simple, apparently. That's how the magic here works.
Healers in here.
Great.
Who needs healing?
Uh,
Eugene, he stabbed himself. I can heal Eugene.
He stabbed him.
Yeah, he was making this big analogy and then proceeded to just, you know, and then fell over on the floor while still acting, and now he's bleeding.
But why?
So he consented to harm himself.
Yeah, but that work if you don't
I
consent
think
to
as he would
harm
say
yourself?
it was for the bit. I don't know. Is that what Eugene would say about it?
Depends on your mental state.
Do you want to help us?
Sometimes being crazy would work. Alright, good enough.
Well, good to know. I was going to say I had a potion if you wanted that.
He was trying to make a
I
point.
mean, if you would be fine to offer.
I could always make more.
I would appreciate it. I don't want Eugene to die.
Fair enough. Which belt did I put it on this time?
Ah.
There you go. Basic what it should
this
do.
one to the Healers Guild.
This one's plowed drunk.
Don't don't worry about it. Just happy to help, of course.
Make sure he doesn't stab himself anymore.
I don't think any force in this universe can stop that.
Either way, it'd be funny to watch.
What'd you get? What'd you give her? Is it? Are you giving stuff out for free? I like free things.
No. Are you dying?
Like physically or kind of like existentially?
That answers my question. That was a basic health potion if you have to know.
Oh, okay.
If you stab yourself a bunch, then maybe he'll give you one too.
No, because I'm not going to consent to you stabbing yourself.
I also said you might, not that you would.
Yep, that's how that works. Sorry.
Yeah, just give me a nail. How much?
I understand.
6.
Yeah. Of course.
Understood.
Them's the breaks, of course.
Next time you definitely need to charge.
Yeah.
And how would I earn goodwill by doing that, merchant?
Who gives a shit about karma? It's a hunk of shit.
Commander. I believe you said something along the lines of us being good.
Here, good merchant, let's recognize the fact that karma is very much a
Well, you
currency.
know, as the assistant manager of the winery,
And
I'm
we need
permitted
to
come
cure
here
as
and
much as
scout
we
out the
can, as
opposition.
fast as we can. Understand?
Da-dee-da-dee-da.
Climbing the wall.
We
Of course,
Sure, merchant, you wouldn't understand.
disagrees. Yeah.
It's pretty much been
Well,
as
you
long
just
as I
stick
can
in your
remember.
lane then, merchant.
It was ever
Yes,
since.
sir.
If there wasn't magic,
The Rouge
money
and
would
Rogue
make the world go
sponsored
round.
Aether speed dating competition.
I can see it.
My performance was so extraordinary,
Just like
Lord
back
Asmodeus
home.
promoted me on the
Yeah.
spot from Employee of the Month
Hmm.
to Assistant Manager.
Well, if we keep at it and work hard, maybe we can make this place a better version of home. What the fuck is that?
There's a commotion that just goes on here on a regular day basis. I just don't question it.
Anyway, I haven't seen that
Huh.
vampire bastard in like forever.
Okay, well, first off,
Vampire.
okay,
Interesting.
total language. No need for petty insults like that. Okay.
He gave me the last. No, listen. The last time I saw him and you were there when it happened. Back in New Orleans, he gave me a baby for when I just wanted 2 bottles of wine, and that was not what I asked for.
What did you do with the baby?
I put it in the front
What
part to the
the
orphanage.
hell is going
I don't know.
I have no
Okay.
clue.
Well, I mean,
Sounds like you 250 gold back.
Of recipes for
not gonna happen.
Have you ever heard of the words?
Please ask Beamja your
No,
It's Bissa for no refunds.
How willing are you to let...
I don't know what to say at this point, but you can go tell Lord Asmodee, because next time he wants to skate...
You trying to buy recipes for ale?
I think he is, yeah.
I did enjoy the wine though, so that's... I didn't listen, the upside is I did enjoy the wine, that's appreciated, but next time, don't give people babies! Where the fuck did he even get that?
I was saving that for dinner. The Lord is away on important matters. The baby was also
Even after
probably a
looking out the window, I have no clue what's going on
If you
out
gave
there.
the baby to an orphanage, it probably morphed into a monster
Beats me.
afterwards, and you know, well, you know, just hope some adventurers were nearby.
Did you want to go look for the people we were talking to before?
Might as well.
Yeah. Well, what if it could have been any orphanage, therefore I could have just put it in the orphanage or changed it.
I'll be sure to forward your complaints to Lord Asmodeus. He's very busy, you know. He's in approximately this is probably the 6th day of his grand campaign. My bag is not full. Oh, the 4 kingdoms. I would like to see it.
Oh, sorry, that must have hurt.
You don't need to
Get
consent
up,
if they do it
shoot.
themselves.
Shoo!
Would have been there.
Don't you dare! Gosh dang it!
They're so erratic. They're crazy.
Crazy man.
Don't question it too hard, Sir Blackmore. I don't see them here, unfortunately.
I'm gonna go to the training area over there to see if anyone's over that way.
You'll be fine, don't worry about it. Yes. Existential crisis.
That's it.
I don't even want to know what that... It's still running. You know what? No. I don't have the energy today.
What is...
I thought I looked weird, and then I seen that.
Mythical beings.
Looks like he has a cloud for a head, though.
I think that's just his fat ass head.
Well, I can't heal stupid, or I won't heal stupid, and I can't fix ugly, so... Better luck.
That is a terrible shame.
Well, you know someone ugly who needs fixing?
Quite a few, as a matter of fact, madam.
Oh, the profit you could get from just going to our realm to fix the ugly mugs.
Yes.
Who knows, maybe someday we'll be able to ingest plastics and stuff into our face and achieve some type of monstrosity. Oh, that's where he is.
In the realms of plastic.
That's not a bad idea.
What's going on over here?
Oh, I don't know, magic.
You can't jump over the fence, my dear. That's where you are. Hello.
Looks like it's going to throw an apple at you again. Is it? Oh, it's cabbage. It's not a bloody apple.
I was, training was great. I'm talking with my girlfriend now.
Oh, congratulations. I didn't know you two were together.
It's alright.
Thank you.
This is, Hannah.
Thank you for doing business. Fresh cabbage.
Oh.
Wait a minute, I know that skill. I know that business tactic. God.
I know her. Like, I know so much about her. I know, like, we've met a couple times.
What just happened?
I know you.
Are you sure you don't have a cursed cabbage in your hand?
You may want to check that before you eat it.
No.
Shouldn't be cursed now.
It was just...
Hey, wait.
The way you said that was really funny.
Oh, you took a bite, didn't you?
Yeah.
Ugh, not fresh. Disgusting.
Actually,
I was gonna make sure it was cleaned off first, but you ate it too quick.
We went
Yeah, probably should have done that besides just the dispel magic thing.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, but then you ate it.
Found some, so
Well,
it wasn't.
if I die, I blame you.
No dying. What are you doing? What are you doing?
That
no,
depends. How clean are your cabbages usually?
Not that
This
weird
is my
individual
second day
soul.
here. I don't know yet, but I am a healer.
Well, we'll let you know.
Funny story. Third day here, so pleasure to meet you.
Nice to be met. I'm Valerie.
Valerie, I'm Ignatius.
Ignatius.
My friends can
Gunther.
introduce themselves if they so wish.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Gunther. Hello.
Lupier Blackmore.
It's not often there's
Lupier. Pleasure.
more feathers than me.
I am horrible with names, so
We'll probably ask you.
I'll remember your
alright.
faces and every injury I ever treat on you. And all your favorite
course.
items and subjects and movies and books, but I may not remember your name.
Well,
Totally,
each time we
totally
could keep
fine,
saying it till
Miss
eventually we
Valerie.
remember.
One thing I know is I love when they
I
grow up.
believe it'll be quite easy to remember you as well. You are quite striking, if I may say.
You may say it, you can even say it again.
Neat things.
You are in fact quite striking, Miss Valerie.
Perfect. Hello. You just did introductions. May I ask what your name is?
My name is Lespia.
Lespia.
Don't mind them. We have quite literally no one like you where we come from, so, as I said, striking.
Thank you. We have only... We don't have any, like, humans, dwarves, or elves, I've been told. They are where I'm from. It's mostly people with what are referred to as animalistic features. Birds, fish, folk, mermaids, beasts, kind of. Half humanoid, or elf, I've been told, with my ears, and half creature.
Well, I guess we're unique
I'm
to
sure
each
maybe
other.
one day, in thousands and thousands and thousands of years, we might evolve or transfer over into more humanoid. You never know.
Who can possibly know, Miss Valerie? Unfortunately.
Well, I'm not looking forward to finding out. I would not like to live that long.
Well,
Sounds good.
most of us probably won't, thankfully. So, probably don't have to worry about it.
So have you found anything interesting on your walk-arounds here?
Well,
Everything, honestly. My first day was interesting.
yeah.
I've been looking for a good bathhouse, though. I can cast prestidigitation, but it doesn't replace nice water. You know, it's not the
I
same.
believe he retired.
Have not found one myself, I don't believe. I think the closest thing would be... I don't know, the Healers Guild? I assume they have
the
something
closest
that
thing is a pond.
wash. Well, I wasn't intending on suggesting that because that's
That's the only body of water I've
No.
seen on this entire island.
I mean, you can get water from the pond and give yourself a sponge bath, easy peasy. There's no shame in that. My original background
enough.
started in search and rescue. So when you rescued somebody, you had to focus on what food are you bringing, what food can you find, what way can you clean things, what way can you sanitize and drink and bathe, as well as medical stuff. Doesn't matter if you find them, if you can't heal them, if you can't feed them, if you can't keep them alive.
Makes sense.
fascinating.
Only the dumb die where I'm from. And I've been told that means everybody will die here. So I am concerned as someone who is voluntold to go to the Healers Guild.
That is a bit strange, but... And again, I think
Yeah.
strange is the normal here, unfortunately.
It appears so, Vash. We probably could have found ourselves somewhere worse.
Oh, yes. Like, I don't know, some kind of fiery hellscape, perhaps? Monsters, demons running around in this agony, who knows?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I'll take this over most other places any day.
It's got a nice air and yeah. It's easy to fly here. Very easy to fly. I got caught in a storm on my way. Well, I was trying to go home, and I got caught in some type of storm with magical lightning, and eventually I just pulled my wings in, casted Featherfall, and just hoped the heck I'd hit land eventually. Because there's no way I was flying properly in that. And was no way I was out flying
How
that.
y'all doing on this fine evening?
And you landed here.
Crash landed into a tree back there, actually. Well, not crash landed. Hit a couple of branches, but Featherfall was very helpful. Fell with style, let's say.
Fell with
Anyways,
an excellent metaphor, yes.
this is my normal I hope you all have a good rest of the night.
It's called a fashion fall. Who needs feather fall when you can do fashion fall?
Hope you're doing well.
Who needs Featherfall when your armor is so tough you literally Goomba stomp like whoever's beneath you?
It seems everyone has a very
Well,
strange
that's good for
story
you.
how it got here.
It's good for you.
Goomba stomp is a term of how you get rid of Goombas, which are like
Yes, but I mean, falling with heavy armor like you works for you. Most people will not be as well armored, but a lot of people can learn Featherfall.
We're heading home.
One is just a little bit more beneficial than the other.
I still need to figure out what my magical affinity is.
I wish you good luck with that.
Holy shit.
Still need to learn how to cast Featherfall on others.
And that is a skeleton dog, of course. What other one is
That's a
it?
shape-shifting person, and one of their shapeshifts is a skeleton dog.
I'm trying to find somebody that could do
They're
I
shape-shifting.
see, I would say that
Many
makes more sense, but it really doesn't.
You won't believe what I did.
It doesn't.
I scored lemon juice at some guy's
To
eye.
whoever you may or may not believe in at different stages of your life, above, below, in between, and outside, if you fucked around and found out, I'm gonna be pissed.
I feel like I can throw you like
I was just gonna say I scored lemon juice at some guy's eye.
Yes, well, I don't give you consent to lift me. Excuse me.
Okay.
He got up in my face! He got up in my face and I was defending myself. Since I can't kill people, then...
Listen,
Did you see these? I can kill a bitch with this!
I don't believe we'll find
Well,
who
yeah,
is
it's
looking
like-
for, Gunter.
nephew, listen to your
Oh,
uncle
no, no.
and listen carefully. A little bit of genocide.
At least we're meeting
I
the
feel like that's
locals.
just not even gonna make things
Congratulations,
better.
I am so proud
We're
of you
on
for
the
throwing
right
lemon
track,
juice
yes.
on a motherfucker.
At least some seem to be level-headed.
For it! He asked for it!
As much as we
Speak up,
can.
Does anybody want a
Why,
demonstration of the lemon juice?
Are they heading out?
Hello.
You take care. Oh, hi. Okay. I know who it
And
is. It's
he's
Shade.
gone. Right.
Can I get a... Oh.
Okay, well,
Are you-
I do believe
okay,
it's
what is
time
actually
for
happening?
me
Aries?
to retire. I'll take one more walk around the island, and
Her ignorance is
that'll be that.
Yes.
Okay, I think it's one of her moods.
Yeah.
Alright, is anyone... I don't know if y'all can help. Can y'all, like, have a way to calm my friend down?
I
She's
can
in
try
one.
calm emotions.
I could try Whole Beast, if you're fine with that.
They're not a
That's true.
beast, they're a person.
Well, I also have Hold Person, so that works.
Well, let's try this.
It's whenever
first.
they're in their, mood
You recognize
swings,
me,
they turn
You want my
into
assistance, my
this.
dear?
Only when they're angry.
Okay.
So...
I will. So, I believe you can
It's a
understand me.
polymorph, I can't really
So, if you would like me to cast Calm Emotion, stay here to signal consent, okay? I'm not sure how compatible my calm will be for you, but we'll try. And just in case. Yes, please.
Flat roll or advantage?
Flat, please.
Ooh.
Don't oof for me. It's you're the one who's gonna have.
You got it.
Listen, don't go
That
oof for me.
one.
You're the one who's gonna have to keep on going your temper tantrum. Looks
Oh,
like it
damn.
doesn't work. Nope. Unfortunately, my
Alright,
dear,
do
you're
you,
just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way and grow up.
Well, this was a polymorph, right? Not a magical spell?
They shift depending on their mood swings.
So
From
I'm
what
gonna
I
say
understand.
this, Cyber. If you remember back, the poison from her chest.
Oh
that's
yeah,
what's
I
affecting
remember.
it right now.
Okay. Oh, I see. I remember now. I remember my friend Julian mentioned something about a tiny bit of poison that is still stuck inside of her, which can cause her to, well, become this.
Is it something the
And
healers have not been able to get out?
It's from what I think I heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, out of character very quickly, Aries. It's ancient. So
Yes, you're right.
it's ancient.
Bitch magic.
So pretty much we don't know other than the possibility of anyone other than probably the magistrate or Califax themselves can possibly probably the only ones who would know how to do this, but since they're not around at the moment, I don't know what else to say at the moment.
Is probably stay with her and see if she can slowly calm herself down.
The only other thing I
yeah,
could possibly
see, that's the
suggest
downside. Very quickly,
is
that's the
trying
downside.
to-
That's the downside, because the downside is the more angry she gets, the bigger she gets. And the bigger she gets, the more destructive.
Does anything calm her naturally?
So,
like
well, the last
sound
time-
of a fountain?
You would see her dig her fingers to write the name Julian.
Julian was the only one who managed... Oh, Julian the Fire Elemental. You know who that is.
Yes, we met him today.
I don't know if he's here, though. Or if he's at
He
Red
is
back in
here,
Red.
I believe he's here.
Okay, we need to search for Julian then.
Well, they're doing a walk around, so I'll walk with them around, and if I see them, I will send them here.
Start sniffing
Yeah,
you.
please
scare me.
Rubs up against
Please
you.
do. Just
Please
tell them
don't.
to head to the arena, because Shade
Listen,
is in one of her mood
The spear
swings
just,
again.
no sudden moves, okay?
That's what I did
I'll let
last
him
time.
know if I see him.
You need to do it a bit hard.
Actually, you know what, even I might get
Why
a
are you
Let's go.
disadvantage.
I'll take up the
I'm gonna
rear.
try to-
You go. I'll take up the rear.
I'm gonna try
We're
to cast,
trying to find
Calm,
someone.
even though I might get a disadvantage. Gotta get a roll for that.
11 is not enough.
If you know the fire elemental, that's an Aether. That's who we're looking for them.
Fire elemental?
Yes,
Hey, where's the
very
suit?
polite gentleman.
Never thought I'd say that sentence.
Say, we don't have elementals where I'm from, so even that is new for me.
Where we're from, they're not
for us
nice.
as well.
My scalp is still hurting from that.
Yes, unfortunately. Let's see, where would Julian be?
Probably
My leg
close to
is
food of the
killing me.
healer's hut.
I'm going to go ahead and head back.
Of course, the spear.
Rest well.
See you in the realm. Goodbye, ma'am.
Could also pop your head in to see if anyone there has seen him.
Did mention
I'll check the tavern.
Me. Sir, are you okay?
This one has perished.
But he's dead?
Signed waiver to drink dwarven ale. Drink more than we should.
Oh my
This one's dead.
I guess I'll bring him over to the healers. Or the healers guild. Do they have like a morgue place or a resting place?
This way.
Well, don't know if he's dead or just
I'm
really
gonna check
out.
just in case. I'm just gonna check just to make sure for a pulse and breathing.
Nothing. God damn it.
Is he alright?
Excuse me.
Play
you
stupid
seen,
games,
like,
win stupid prizes.
Fire elemental man
Aha.
Yes, that BMJ saw them. They were
Oh.
Yes, I've gathered that so far. A shame.
Okay, and do you know where they ran off to?
I did not think it was possible to die here without.
Okay.
Well, he consented to drink it,
Hmm.
and that's what
He
killed
signed
him.
a
So.
waiver for the ale. Can I get a? I'm curious. Can I get a sniff of the ale that he drank? I'm just curious of its potency.
Little help here. Yep. Little help here. Little help here.
Cute,
She's pulling
point
my
at the
cape.
direction.
Please mind the way.
I do believe you should perhaps allow the leash to lead for a little bit.
Oh,
Hmm?
oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Well, that was interesting.
What a strange place we're in, Gunter.
Seems like there are a lot of loopholes around this whole no harm thing.
Yes, so there is. That could prove beneficial to know in the future.
Here's a gold. No, I don't intend to drink. I just want to get a smell of this properly, just so I can get an idea of it. I just want to be able to.
Wonder how much of that he actually drank to kill him.
Depending on the strength of the brew itself, doesn't necessarily need to be a lot.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I want
Makes me wonder, like, one drop? That'd be enough.
If this stuff can kill the stupid,
For some poisons, certainly,
then it's
but
probably best for me to
most
be able to smell it
alcohols,
off
unless
their
it were meant
breath.
for something not human, which is also entirely possible in this place.
Thank you for that.
Don't you fucking do it, mate. I see that. Don't.
Try to commit it to memory.
Do it.
I appreciate it. I'm Valerie, by the way.
I've had up to here, mate. You fuck. Why? Oh my god! I let this.
No, I just wanted to smell that in case more people decide to
Use that again.
be happy and sign their lives away just for smell.
Why? Why are the people so weird?
By the screaming that's going on out there, I think I'm gonna have to heal someone.
Okay.
Or hit someone.
Why are you so mean?
Because I like to fuck with people.
Appreciate it.
Fair enough, mate.
Eeny, meeny, miny,
Again,
moe.
how
Beat
how
it,
does
dumbass,
that not
bang
get...
him low.
You want to here? Hey, listen. Tosses you another 2 silver.
I feel like that would have went against it. But what, as soon as the lemon juice is airborne, it doesn't count anymore?
There's a lot of loopholes we're discovering about this whole not dying thing.
Apparently so.
Not really. I just do it just so we can.
They said they'd found that Julian. I don't know if that actually helps, though.
In an angry mood and
and she might eat you.
I'm not sure. Still is that thorn.
Why are so many people giving me money? I'm not charity. But fuck,
I don't know.
Look, I'm not gonna say no. All right, I'm not gonna say no. Okay, but you know.
I mean, you do look like a homeless man. No offense. You look like a homeless man.
You're very dirty.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and you look like a stuck-up prick. Be nice.
I am gonna. Okay, I can do
Fucking
magic.
with people.
I can do magic.
Listen here,
'Cause I have
fancy
nothing to
feet.
do.
You want to see magic?
Listen.
Want to see magic, mate?
Okay, Angel Dust. Okay, listen. I'm telling you right now. Why you look at me like that? Why you looking at me
I
like
would
that?
have probably tried to cast Hold Person there, but I honestly don't know if the mana would have been worth it.
Listen, if
Probably
there's one
not.
thing I like to mess with people because I was bored
For 2 days straight, had nothing to do
at all. So now,
since I'm in such high energy, I
Oh,
want to fuck with
poor
people.
you were bored. It's almost like it was a fucking vacation from chaos, mayhem, and murder. Poor thing. Waterboarding?
Waterboarding? What is waterboarding?
Oh, waterboarding
is where you float
Waterboarding,
underwater
Wait,
to
what?
get information out of them.
Sorry, they're talking at the same. Where bored?
We also call it the Duncan toss.
You are bored. Okay, you are bored.
So see, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one.
Do you read, write, do art, train, swim?
I mean, I wrote
frolic?
my own journal. Well, I wrote my own.
Can you
my
honestly
own
see
journal,
yourself living in a place like this forever?
I would hope you would be able to write your own journal. It'd be very weird. Well, you know what? Probably the rich get someone else to write their journal for them.
I'll have to get back to you
Okay,
on that answer.
I don't understand what you're trying to talk about because the way you're saying
at
it,
least it's
like
Just wanted to point it
those
out.
Rich, dick rich bastard.
And at least I know there's a way
Really
out.
weird if you
Drink the
didn't
dwarven
write
ale.
your own journal. It's such a private
We've
thing.
been here for less than a week,
listen,
and
You
let's
would
see how it
only
wears on
someone
your
like really
nerves.
rich would get someone else to write it for them. I'm like, I hope you write in your own journal or diary.
Oh, I do. I don't need to hire. I don't need to hire anyone just to write my own business.
How do I make a capital
okay?
letter?
Do you want a book?
You're fun to banter with.
I know. I mean,
If it makes you feel any better, I think
Yeah,
you're
you
just
can
better
still-
than him.
You see, it just got a little bit bigger.
Julian's over
Fuck,
there.
I swear to God, I am gonna.
There's a reason
fucking
I dress as
throw
this.
Julian back
I
into
promise.
Of course.
fire planes and leave
He just
lock
looks
him
like he
there.
rolled around in
That's
some
what
dirt.
I'm gonna do if he doesn't get over his ass over here.
He did, didn't
Do you want us to help in the meantime?
Yes, we're trying to
What about
calm
food or drink?
her down.
That help? Would food or help? You know, a treat.
We can try stealing her aggravation as long as she's not of a dark affinity.
I mean, that's for you to ask her.
If you remember Cyber correctly, the words light and chaos, remember that was her affinities.
let me think for a minute. Oh, it was light and chaos.
Is this the little purple creature girl from before?
Yes, yes. This is just one of her mood swings.
You mind for a second?
At this point, I am.
We need you to hold this for us.
I believe so. Miss Valerie, we have a long way to get back
I'll try
home.
one more time to cast calm.
Well, I look forward to the next time you're here.
More time.
My new temporary home.
Oh, we'll be coming back tomorrow.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
That one.
We'll see you tomorrow then. Safe travels on your way home.
Oh, she seems like she got a little bit more happy.
If you get injured, come back.
I don't think she's.
I'll be here.
I shall look for you first thing, Miss Valerie. Thank you.
Sounds good. Later.
Now, did you say you're actually living here on the island?
Oh my.
Okay.
Pardon me?
Did you
My
actually
ears just
say
clicked.
you're living on the island?
I don't know if you can actually see that.
I'm living here for now. I'm trying to. Well, I haven't got lodging yet. Last night I had to be up all night taking care of two people with monoburn. So I am looking for lodging. Probably somewhere close here for now. It's familiar.
Well, when you find out how to go about that, let me know. Even though it's
Yeah, I
a
will.
portal where you got a long distance, so it does actually take some time.
It's still convenient. You never know.
Sometimes I
I
may
mean, I'm
not
a
want to
bird. I'll
walk
just
all the
sleep in
way.
a fucking tree.
Huh, I guess that's an option. But I will see you tomorrow.
You're.
Hey,
All right. Yes.
Hey, Val.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? I want to ask you something. Do you know how to make anything or create anything?
Older guy who walks quick.